I love the whole experience. The whole experience was beautiful. I think that everybody should do it, honestly. But I think that Black women in particular will really benefit for going on this type of trip, this journey, this experience. Even if this was my last, which it's not, but even if this was my last experience with this group, with Reset with Design, I was so happy. I'm so fulfilled that I went on this trip. I encourage anyone and everyone to sign up to go and stuff. They have payment plans, so you can pay as you go and stuff like that. Like, the only thing is stopping you, to me, is you. I feel like this is something that is so needed, so needed. And I encourage anyone and everyone to do it.
Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right?
Hey y'all. Hold on. Okay, I think y'all should be able to hear me. Sound kind of low. Why I sound so low, Lord? Hello? Are you there, Lord? Okay, hello. How y'all doing, everybody? Is everybody having a good day? Today's Thursday. That means it's Ooh Ladies first panel tonight. I am going to go and do another thigh, butt, and gut workout with Bobby. Oh my God. Everybody pray for me. Okay, everybody pray for me. But essentially, you know, my legs are already big, right? But I'm trying to get a little bit more like Bobby. Just a little bit more. Okay? Just a little bit more, kicking down tree trunks type of shit, So I had to come to y'all early today. Y'all know I don't be wanting to come to y'all this early. I would say the truth. I don't be wanting to come to y'all this early, girl. I swear to God, I don't. But I had to because I had to get it done. Because I got to go get my lashes done, girl. That's why I've been mostly wearing shades this week. I'm bald-eyed. Okay? Oh, but let's get into the show, everybody. Let's start with Angel Reese. I want to start with Angel Reese because, girl, just like, oh my God. Like, like, like just beautiful. Like, I don't think a better choice. Like Angel Reese being a Victoria's Secrets model makes so much sense. Like, girl, listen. Yes. Oh my God. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Beautiful. Bone structure. Eyes. She's doughy. She's dawny. She's cheeky. She's moving. The legs are strong. The cheeks are cheeking. Angel is angeling. Yes, 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 yes. To the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Stump down the runway, girl. Hold up. We did that. Hold up. Here we go. Yes. Yes. Yes to all of it. Yes to all of it. The hair bouncing. Okay. The stop, the pause, the look. Oh, come on, look. Girl. Yes, girl. Yes. And to me, this is the type of modeling I'm here for. Because, see, I feel like modeling tends to get too avant-garde sometimes. Like, too little boyish. So I like to see this specific body type. You know what I'm saying? Because, yes, tall, thin, model, right. But also, like, healthy. Like, she doesn't look like some of these other women, no disrespect to some of the models. I know we're more progressive now, but, they're heroin chic is still a thing, girl. So yeah, I think she looks amazing. I think this was a great idea. I think this is a great idea. I'm here for it. I feel like she's stumping down the runway on her haters because she has so very, very much of them. She has so many of them. Like black men, you know what I'm saying? Because they're anytime a man, anytime a man sees a woman that is both so attractive that she will be out of his league, which that already makes men upset. Just like on a deep down level, a lot of men are upset that the women that they're attracted to are usually out of their league. Okay? I get it. I understand. You add the fact that she could cross them up. Oh my God. Okay? Because y'all know how upset niggas get whenever they see a woman that they think they could beat in basketball because they're a woman and she break their motherfucking ankles. Like, listen, listen, there was some girls. I used to hang around a clique of girls that played ball, right? At the time, my girlfriend played ball. So all of her friends played ball. And they were all straight except for her. One of them was gay once we became adults. I didn't even see it coming. I did not even see it coming, girl. She was one of the ones that got me. Girl, I was like, I wasn't even paying attention, girl. Oh my God. Popped out, in adulthood. You know what I'm saying? With a woman, I was like, oh my God, really? Okay. Jeez Louise. I mean, now that now that I think about it, it makes total sense. But the girls that used to play basketball, like the way boys would act towards them, like it's like they had to go around in packs because they like to play ball. So wherever people playing ball, they trying to play ball. And there's two types of dudes. There's like the type of dude that's honestly impressed and thinks it's actually like cool as fuck that a girl is really good at basketball. And then there are the niggas that feel like, bitch, I'm about to break you down. Okay. Okay. Niggas is on the court mad. He taking shit off. Okay. Bitch, keep hitting the. What? What? He talking shit the whole time. Okay. I'm about to get your mind. Oh, you about to get what? Okay. Look. Nothing but net. Swish sound. Keep hearing it over and over again. Now you having fucking nightmares of titties bouncing in his face. But the cross up that breaks his ankles and that he keeps hearing in the background. Let me tell y'all something. Just beautiful though, right? But yeah, men like black men, they hate her because of that. Like I want to fuck you and you could beat me in basketball. I hate you, bitch. Like that. But also, I feel like, white women. Let me tell y'all something. Honestly, I feel like black men did this. Like racism is always prevalent, but black men are the ones, Stephen A. Smith, like black men are the ones that give white people the go ahead on who they can go in on, who they could be rude to, right? Especially white women. Okay. So once y'all black asses got up there and started talking shit about Angel Reese for no reason at all, now bitches that don't even pay attention to basketball is, oh my God, why is she there? This is getting out of control. A basketball player. I'm sorry, an influencer basketball player. The bar is so low now. Oh my God. Meanwhile, across town, nepotism has always been the way. You go, Angel. You go, girl. Oh Lord. It's so many things to talk about. I'm kind of low-key geeked. Okay. So how do I want to do this? Because I knew I wanted to start with Angel. Because it was just like, you gotta open with the light. You gotta open with the pretty. You know what I'm saying? The beautiful, if you will. Um, and you know what? To stay in the same vein with, the beautiful girl, Simone Biles' husband stomping. Okay. Now I saw this picture over the weekend on a blog, and a different blog. And I remember commenting and saying, I don't think he's a good enough player to be dressing like Cam Newton. It wasn't, wasn't nothing gay about it. But I know, like, based on other basketball players and football players, you have to be really good in order to be dressing like Farnsworth Bentley and shit, right? Because essentially it's not even about gayness. It's about the fact that these are very big men, and whenever they wear these clothes, it always seems like they don't fit. Right? Y'all remember Dwayne Wade? Like, they're always trying to be like fashion. And I want them to do that. I do. But sometimes because of the patriarchy and the way niggas make fun of y'all, I'm sorry. Okay. I fall victim to this same patriarchal bullshit. Well, yes, it does you got to be real good at your sport in order to have a feminine mystique to you. Because if you're not good at what you do, you cannot have a feminine mystique to you. Niggas wearing scarves around their head like they about to go Thelma and Louise with another nigga in a convertible. Yeah, it is very much given I am extremely good at my sport to the point that everybody like worships me. Okay, they worship me, and that means I can do whatever the fuck I want to do, and ain't nobody gonna check me on it because everybody worships me. Like that's the idea. That's the idea, at least for me. Or you gotta just have that I don't give a fuck attitude, which is why, as much as y'all want to play, a lot of gay men are scary. Okay. The balls it takes to be a black boy growing up around other aggressive black people and telling people that you gay and offering to fight them about it, since you like 11 years old, that builds strong sense of beating people's asses, A lot of anger. You must do it though. Like shout out to all the gay kids that, knew we was gay when we was younger. So we had to actually fight people and shit because, they be mad about it. I don't know. Weird. I don't remember me being mad about anybody fucking anybody, but apparently, I'm different, bitch. I'm different. But yeah, Yaya Mayweather. Yaya Mayweather. She's another one of the, I think we made a mistake when we stopped acknowledging that people are in fact slow. This is not to be rude or fucked up to anybody that has like actual issues, right? Because I feel like everybody comes into this world, and I also feel like this world is like really fucked up. So if you come into this world and you don't jive with it, I'm not necessarily looking at you like you crazy. Okay. But I feel like what happens is when you find out your kids have certain issues, you're supposed to like love them and help them. And you're supposed to do what you have to do in order to make sure that they are able to be successful in the world that we live in, regardless of what challenges they may come, they may come with. So I feel like what ended up happening is that because people don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, they don't want to acknowledge that people are slow. And when we don't acknowledge that they're slow, they don't get any aid. They don't get any help to, really be able to see themselves in the world around them clearly so that they can make better decisions for themselves. So to me, because of the system of capitalism, somebody like Floyd Mayweather, who probably had some regressive issues as a child, maybe born to a poor parent or, people that's, out here fucked up. Because if you're poor or you're on drugs, you're not going to pay attention to your kid and the issues that they have. You're not. This is the shit that was happening in the 70s and the 80s. So when your child shows you that they have like certain issues, instead of trying to get them help, you get defensive and tell everybody that's not, no, it's not. They all right. They fine. Don't worry about it. You ignore it. You act delusional about it. You don't acknowledge it. And so kids grow up without getting any help. They become adults. And yeah, I'm a millionaire, but I can't fucking read and comprehend. And so I go and have children. Add on top of the fact that I probably grew up with some issues and then I've been getting knocked upside the head for years. So I'm really fucked up, right? But I got a lot of money because I can fight and I can beat people's asses. So now I have a child, right? I have children. I don't really take care of these motherfuckers like that. I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know if they was hitting all of their benchmarks, nigga. I was out here fucking bitches and making money and, getting in fights with, not really getting in fights, but, trying to steal T.I.'s old lady, like being friends and then fighting with Ray J, being friends and then fighting with 50 Cent. Like I was out here doing big nigga shit. I didn't know if my kid was hitting all their developmental markers. I left it up to their mama. I got her pregnant. I left it up to her. And so then the mentality repeats. Y'all have money now. Doesn't mean that y'all are going to get the child a proper help. Doesn't mean you're going to be the type of parent that sits and is patient and helps the child figure these things out. No, you're going to be like aggressive and upset about it and defensive and feel shame when your child is not doing things the way everybody else is doing it. So you're going to be mean to them about it. So then you're going to like breed a kid that doesn't know what to do and a kid that's receiving a lot of angst and aggravation and annoyance and, you know, basically feeling hurt. That builds resentment in children. So when they become adults like Chrisean and Yaya and Blueface and all of that, and they have all of this shit like at their access, but they still act like motherfuckers that's living in the projects, and they're angry because, you know, then they're homophobic, right? Like angry, fucked up daddy, got a lot of money, came from poverty, doesn't have real good morals or anything, just a lot of money and a lot of access. Yeah, you're gonna breed loud, ignorant ass children like Yaya Mayweather. So, you know, because didn't she like stab somebody, girl? Angry, angry, which tells me y'all probably abuse the children. If the children grow up angry and every time they get into it with somebody, they take it to hell like that, that's usually because they were abused as children. I don't know. But she called him a punk. And y'all know I don't really like Simone and her husband like that because they feel like, you know, I want people to be happy. Like in real life, I don't know y'all. I will hope y'all are happy inside y'all household. But the things that I have seen are just markers of impressive women dimming their light down for some stupid ass nigga that is secretly in competition with them. That's what I see when I look at Simone and her husband. I'm sorry. I could be wrong. I'm open to being wrong. I'm fine with being wrong. I hope they make it. I hope everybody's happy. But what it looks like from the outside looking in from this vantage point is that the nigga is in competition with her and she tries to find ways to uplift him and make him feel like a big old man and all of that. And so now he feels like, you know, he can dress like Cam Newton and walk through the field with with his bag and stuff. I'm not mad at it. But I don't know why you calling that man a punk. Especially like, who is Yaya Mayweather's baby daddy? Hold up, let me look it up. Yeah. hold up. Yaya Mayweather. Yeah, let's look her up right quick. Cause like I be forgetting. Girl, I be forgetting what these people be getting into and stuff and what be going on. I be forgetting. Child, give me the AI mode. Let's see. Okay. NBA Youngboy. She got a son with NBA Youngboy. She stabbed somebody in 2020. LaPatra Jacobs. She was on probation. In August 2025, she addressed and denied pregnancy rumors that started after NBA Youngboy's lyrics suggested she was pregnant. She has publicly shown support for NBA Youngboy, stating that she loves him, will always be there for him. Following her troubles, reports indicate she continues to receive extravagant. Okay, how many kids does NBA Youngboy have? Let's look that up. Y'all know I don't know these people. All of the YNs, I don't know them and I don't want to know them. Like, it'd be different if they were saying some shit. I'm not a hater on new artists. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not interested. I'm not interested in that brand of music. I don't think there's any good messaging. I pay attention to the way these niggas live on a gram and stuff. I'm not interested in taking in that type of energy. But I know that the YNs are huge and everybody loves the YNs. Okay. Let's see. Despite his success, his career has been marked by a long history of legal issues that began in 2016. He has maintained a largely prolific output, notwithstanding his incarcerations. He has infamously spent several years on house arrest, 2021 and 2024. He was arrested in Baton Rouge. I forgot he was from Baton Rouge. In 2020, alongside 16 others on various federal charges, including distribution. So he's still selling drugs. The following year, he was arrested in Los Angeles by federal agents stemming from his 2020 arrest, resulting in additional federal firearm charge. Yeah. Okay. He broke his neck while wrestling as a toddler. The injury required a head brace. Oh yeah, this is was raised mainly by maternal grandmother. Yeah. Father in jail. Yeah. 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 Hold up. Let's see. Are they going to tell us how many children he has? Are they going to tell us? Hold up. I just want to see. I see legal issues. Whole bunch of fucking legal issues. Buku feuds and shit. Family and relationships. Yes, at 25 years old, father of 10 children with 8 different women. Hmm. Let's see. While on house arrest, he spoke publicly about heavy drug use, depression, anxiety. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it seems like, when we don't take care of kids and we don't help them and we don't acknowledge what they go through and who they are, they grow up and become financially successful, but very unhappy and crazy, chaotic people. That's what it seems like. He's a Mormon. My God, today, everyone be in fear. Yeah, see, I can't. He converted to Islam first, but since he moved to Utah, he's now a Mormon. So everywhere you go, you being pulled into a different relationship. I mean, a different religion. And you got 8 kids at 25. I just kind of feel like nobody gives undercover punk more than a nigga that got all of them fucking kids and a nigga that stay going back and forth to jail. I don't know what it is about that combo, but if you done been back and forth to jail like you like it, and you've been fucking women like your life depends on it, like you trying to prove something to somebody, yeah, it gives 12 children. I'm sorry, they haven't updated his Wikipedia. He got 12 children. I'm sorry. Okay, they didn't update his Wikipedia to tell me he had 12 children. Y'all, my bad. But I don't know how you gonna call somebody else a punk when I don't know. I just feel like, niggas that have a lot of reckless sex and have, y'all trying to prove something. Y'all trying to prove something out here. You know what I'm saying? What are you trying to prove? Trying to prove you straight? Trying to prove your dick work? But then you keep going in and out of jail because apparently you like going to jail. I don't think y'all just like it because y'all don't have to pay bills in jail. I think y'all also don't like it. I mean, y'all also like it because, you get to be around all your favorite people. You know what I'm saying? Other niggas. You know? But yeah, no, I was looking at her like, girl, you like, I'm sorry, y'all. Yaya Mayweather is the prototype of woman who is fucking a DL man. Like, I don't know why. I don't know what that's about. But she's the type. Speaking of people that ain't shit, let's get into Chrisean. So apparently Chrisean's new boyfriend broke up with her. They also say Blueface about to get out of jail soon. Oh God, we'll be exhausted on social media yet again.
With a bitch that won't get a cover up. Dead homies, y'all want to blame me? See the problem. That bitch ain't covering shit up, then I'm gone. Dead homies. I ain't staying. I don't want to look at a nigga. I don't want to look at another nigga, bro. I expect me to be.
I don't know. I feel like this is stupid. I feel like this just goes to show how dumb niggas are. She's always had the tat. She was willing to take her teeth out, honey, for him. And then she got his face printed on the tooth and put the tooth back in. And he said, I don't like you with teeth. And so she took the teeth out. I didn't think I had to explain to people that people that think think like that, people that do stuff like that, they're crazy. They're deranged. They're obsessed with the person that they put on their face. Because nobody gets a face tat of another motherfucker unless they're obsessed. And I just feel like being a little slower and, because I think it makes you angrier sometimes. Like if y'all pay attention to Chrisean acts like a caveman or something, you know? Like she if y'all ever watch her on them live streams, like she's always like she has no couth. She has like no actual control. She throws things for no reason. Like a lot of like just, spitting shit out, pouring shit on the ground, like just a lot of, girl, what's wrong with you? And I think it's because, you're slow, you're angry, and now you're being paid to be slow and angry. Yeah, it's girl, like, yes, very feral. Very maybe a new soul or something, girl. You know what it's giving. Y'all remember on Beloved? Y'all remember how terrible the baby that Thandie Newton was supposed to be the ghost manifestation of the child that died, I believe, right? In Beloved. Touch me on the inside. Y'all remember that? Could never watch that movie again after that scene. But do y'all remember like how, very baby like toddler like throw things, angry, wham! Like that's what she gives. But now that you can put that shit on social media and exploit it, my God, it's up from here. Now we're gonna like, not even that we're not gonna acknowledge that the shit is happening. Now we're gonna actually act like it's okay and it's fine for people to be acting like this because they can do what? Make money. Because money is all that matters.
You with a bitch that won't get a cover up. Dead homies, y'all want to blame me?
I hate niggas that say the same things over and over again. Like, what are you saying dead homies for over and over again? Like, I get it, but like I know what, because people, when I say this, it's like, well, what they mean is, bitch, I know what they mean. Okay. Like, it's dumb to me is the point. Now, Carlisa posted this shit, and this is why we really here. Okay. Carlisa reacts after fans sent her video of Chrisean on a fake Dr. Phil show with baby Chrisean. I saw this. I saw her walking out holding the baby, and I just scrolled past it. I was like, I'm not doing that to my psyche. Carlisa said, but I'm not always the first person y'all send this bullshit to. That's her baby. She said he not my blood. Somebody sent her this video saying she high as fuck, laughing my ass off, done knocked Junior in the head with the blinds. I don't know why that's funny. Even if it's not your grandson, please save him. Like you laughing, but also saying like save him. Like, why are you laughing? Like, that's what I'm saying. Y'all see what I mean? Why are we laughing about it? Why is it funny? You see, Ray J ain't post that bullshit on his page. I'm here to heal you guys. Ma'am, can you introduce yourself? And I had a bitch on the internet trying to say that I was embarrassing because I said CPS wasn't doing their job. You hoes don't know what words mean. First of all, I could never be embarrassing. You wish, bitch. You wish. This shit is embarrassing. That's why I be like, the fact that there are actually people online that will argue on behalf of shit like this blows me every time. I'm like, oh my God. And then I got to think further. Oh, see, what I understand now is that whenever you somebody in the comments defending shit like this, okay, I get it now. You see yourself in Chrisean. Whenever people are up there defending people like Chrisean and Mama D and all of them, y'all see yourselves in them people. You have to, which makes me feel like somebody needs to check on your motherfucking kids. Somebody needs to check on y'all children too. Somebody asked Ray J if Ray J was going to have his children out there doing all of this type of shit. And of course not. Because Princess not going to let him. Hold up. Who we was talking about right quick? Ray J and Chrisean? Yeah, y'all. Only because I'm on TikTok do I see the clips of them. Okay. Let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, y'all.
Chrisean. That nigga got a weak ass explosion, bro. That nigga explosion weak as fuck. Look.
She reminds me of people that feel like they can be rough with a baby because it's a boy. So, oh my God. Y'all, what the fuck?
Sit down. What the wait, sit down.
Y'all. That's Ray J. This is a skit. Look at the baby. It looks like the baby can't hold his own head up, y'all. And so when she sat him down, he was kind of stuck. I don't know what the fuck this is. But I feel like I wish there were people, like all that screaming and shit, I wish there were people who that who would have been like, y'all get this fucking baby out of here. Like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, y'all gonna do this with this baby right here? Yeah, just like right here with the baby. What is this? And to me, I feel like just having that baby, carrying that baby around like this everywhere. What's happening? We're fighting? Child, I don't know. They be doing the most. Let's see. I don't know what everybody's doing over there on streaming. But yeah, no, it seems that Chrisean is always Ray J visibly felt disrespected by Chrisean. I don't know why y'all be trying to act like putting that fucking music, acting like somebody gives a fuck about Ray J feeling disrespected. Child, bye.
Oh, so I can play it. Where's Chrisean? What you do? What you do on my phone?
I got it.
Or what you do?
I got it.
Okay, but still, I want to know what Chrisean do with my phone. Oh, I'm talking about Chrisean, you got my phone? Chrisean, you got my phone? Chrisean.
Why is she purposefully ignoring this man?
Chrisean. Yeah, look.
Yo, this is somebody that's responsible for a fucking baby that has special needs.
You got my phone?
Oh, yeah.
Can I have it?
I keep by.
She heard him the whole time, but like this is the slow shit we be talking about.
What does that mean? Where did it go? You just had it.
All right, you got another phone? Use your other one.
I don't have a burner phone because I'm single. There's nothing to hide. Send me the song so I can play it.
I don't know why people. I don't know who's like titling. I don't know who's titling these things, but they are not titling them accurately.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, y'all.
Chrisean. That nigga explosion weak as fuck. Look.
Okay, I'm just realizing what she was doing. His eyes started to cross, so she mushed his face to cover up his eyes, it's because she's embarrassed, but she don't have nobody to watch him. So she has him at these places with her. I'm ignoring Ray J, and I don't need a burner phone because I'm single. I'm ignoring him. Like, shut up, nigga. Stupid shit.
I love this.
And then you mush him because you don't want his eyes to cross, and then you kiss him because you know you just mushed him because you feel embarrassed.
Shout out chat. We streaming from my chat too, Ray J.
Okay. All right. I just, and so that's the video, y'all. That's what Carlisa is talking about. And I guess somebody must have hit Carlisa up like, hey girl, I know you said that's not your baby, but your grandbaby, but you know, somebody need to go get the baby. Somebody need to go get the baby. Okay. So I just feel bad for the baby. I feel bad for the baby. I'm tired of people making excuses for her behavior. I'm tired of people you know, just acting like we're not seeing what we're seeing. How does this video determine that she was high? Like, because they love lying on her just to bully her. It's sickening. So we just don't like her. That's what y'all are saying in these comments. That we just don't like her. And then it's like, what do you mean? Oh, how does that mean she's high? What the fucking difference does it make? Why you need somebody to prove to you that this bitch high in order for you to see that her baby shouldn't be in these settings? Like, why do we have to prove to you, whoever the fuck you are, Kiana, we got to prove to you. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. This comment right here. How does this video determine that she was high? Because they just hate her. That shit look like an AI page. And y'all sitting up here, this is what y'all want to talk about? Questioning whether she's high or not? You mean this person?
I want to know what Chrisean did with my phone. Oh, I'm jumping over. Chrisean. Yeah, look.
Her? You want to... Girl, these hoes. Do you hear me? These hoes. And they be having kids. And that's the thing that's so scary to me. Like, yes, this meme right here. This meme right here. Nigga said at this point, give Shamar the baby. I cannot. Y'all wrong for that. Y'all wrong for that meme. Oh my God. This is not what we want to see on TV. Helping her child should be her first priority. Listen, I'm not reading all that, but I know exactly what you mean. Oh, all right. So let's get off that for a second. I can't, y'all. I can't. And I realize I shouldn't have to. I realize I cannot, and I realize I should not have to. And so just as everybody can be on the internet loud proclaiming stupid shit, I'm going to be on loud proclaiming what I feel like is to be the what the fuck is wrong with y'all shit. Now this right here is Jazzy. I thought I was tripping, y'all. Did y'all see the video of Jazzy in labor in the car? I don't know, y'all, but I just feel like I wish these niggas was more mature. A lot of black men. I wish y'all were more mature. It's like no matter what, y'all tend to have like a very teenage mindset about things. Like y'all don't really grow up. Let me see if I can find it while y'all watch this. I gotta turn the music off. But this is her a week after having her baby. Hold up. Okay, so they're having a good time. Here it is.
I'm saying I'm excited. I'm overcome by enjoyment and excitement. But she over here really going through it. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why we got to be here morally like.
So she's in labor right here.
Good, brother.
Like a minute long.
I don't know. It's something about this that I felt like I don't know, I just felt like there was some type of disconnect from what she was going through in the moment. And that could just be me. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it just being me. But I felt like there was an emotional and physical, like he holding her hand. But as she, and I get it, like you going through a contraction. This nigga has been here a whole bunch of times. He got a whole bunch of kids. But it didn't feel, it doesn't feel like he's soothing her. And it does feel immature. It feels childish. It doesn't feel like the way somebody that is actually caring for you because you're in labor right now would be handling the situation. It just doesn't feel that way to me. So there's that. And she talked about, I guess, her birth. I haven't seen this clip. Let's listen.
Will never wipe my ass for me, but that day they did. I ate something, not right before, but I ate something. I heard the push. Cam comes out of the bathroom. He was washing his hands, and he was like, "Oh, you boo booed." I was like, "Babe, come on, man. Like, lock in. Oh, it's time." I'm like, "Nigga, lock in." And he's like, "Oh, okay, all right, let's do it." Definitely.
And that's what I mean about, making it a moment, because I realized like a lot of people are slow. Like a lot of people don't have awareness. There's a difference between like acknowledging things that need to be acknowledged and bringing things up that you don't need to bring up because it's probably going to make the person feel bad and you just don't need to do that right now. Like that she's shitting on herself. She's in labor. It happens quite often because of all of the pushing you're doing. So in this moment, when she said, like, why did you, like, I had to tell him, like, babe, lock in. Why do you even have to tell this grown adult man with like 9 fucking kids to lock in on labor? He should have this shit down pat. And even if the vibe is lighthearted or jokey, it needs to be like more care for her. And I know that I'm not her, she not me. And if she's fine with it, that's great. If you're okay with the, if you're happy in this relationship, that's fine. But that doesn't mean that I don't get to critique it. You put it up here.
Really shit myself. No, you are totally fine. But I'm thinking like, I'm shitting it right in your face. But listen, y'all, it was worth it. I had a Jimmy John sub, an Italian sub. I had jalapenos on there. Spicy. Vinaigrette, salt and vinegar chips, and a Sprite. Woo! Yeah. I wouldn't take it back. People never wipe my ass for me, but that day they did. It was great. I pushed and pushed, and I had a perfect baby boy. And that's it. That's the story.
Okay. I feel like, so a little girl on one titty, a little boy on the other titty. That's how all the women want to be. Beautiful. Be a beautiful baby. Very beautiful. Beautiful girl. Beautiful gowns. Yeah, yeah, girl. What was this? Because I missed it.
I'll wear a diaper. You don't want.
Oh, this from last year. But yeah, so that's what's going on there. So she had that baby a week ago. And this week she's out at the BET Awards. I mean, it's baby number 2. So, once you get the baby number 2, you drop the baby out the coochie and you're on your way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not judging her for being out of the house so quickly, but because of the circumstances of their relationship, I do wonder, did you really want to be there? You know what I'm saying? Like, I do wonder, like, did you really want to be there a week after having a baby? She looks great. She looks great. I like the scarf hat combo. I like her scarf hat combo. She looks cute. I love the jacket, like the all black look. She looks really, really cute. She looks really great after just having that baby. But I just, in my mind, I'm like, is this where you want to be? Or wouldn't you rather be at home with somebody helping you, maybe sleeping or something, girl? I don't fucking know. But when I saw this shit, I was like, didn't she have that baby like a week ago? So, I mean, I don't know what the timing is. Maybe it was a week, maybe it was 2 weeks, maybe it was longer than that. I don't know. But their relationship, I don't know. I don't like how it makes me feel when I see it. I'm sorry. It's not in a way to try to judge anybody. I don't fucking care. I don't know these people. But every time they are on the blogs and it's something concerning their relationship, he's saying something about her showcasing this. I'm going to show up for my man no matter what. You know, my man. Like, that shit is just very, like, scary to me on some level. I don't know what that's about. But, you know, good luck to them. Good luck to them. Good luck to them. Speaking of married people, girl, Judge Joe Brown, I don't know why, like, you know, perfect example, angry old men that should just be angry at their house and not on podcast. But, you know, it's important for y'all to hear older men, you know, talk about how ignorant and angry and vitriolic they can be, right? And so Judge Joe Brown said some shit, talking shit about Judge Mathis for years, but he specifically said something recently about Judge Mathis. I thought I had saved it. Let me find it while I play this.
The fact is, they took his law license in Tennessee because of his health. Look it up.
Hold up, it's not that one. There's another one. Look it up. Okay, here we go.
If Judge Brown felt that I disrespected him when I responded to his attack, I apologize, because that's not what I want to do. I want, quite frankly.
Okay, I need to say this because every time I hear somebody say this, it annoys me. And I hope y'all have never heard me say it. People consistently saying, quite frankly. Do y'all know why y'all say that? Because the stupid ass president says, quite frankly, all the time. I every time I hear it, I'm like, y'all got that from that stupid ass president. I hate that shit. I hate that shit. I'm sorry. Let me continue.
I don't want to fight him.
Because I know
I don't want to go back and forth. I mean, lions don't fight monkeys. It's unfair. And to put it in street vernacular, gangsters don't fight lames. In my case, a OG ain't fighting the lame. So I don't want to fight with him. I want to get him some care. Something's wrong. The man put my wife's name in his mouth in the context of a hoe. When I had mentioned him calling Harris a hoe, and I said he better not say it about my wife, his response next time he came on television was, well, something to the effect of, well, I don't know if his wife is a hoe or not. If she takes money, if she said that, she might be a. Who talks like that and not have any fear? I would have fear of saying that. And as I just told you, I'm fearless. So I think something's wrong.
Yes.
The man he's near 80.
Yes.
Which is about the time dementia sets in, if you're going to get it. If you think about it long enough, folks in that age group, 80 or more, those that talk crazy, you hear them talk crazy sometimes. They say all type of sexual stuff. Those typically they have a little dementia going on.
Yeah. Yes. Not, let's go over here.
Oh, yeah. That's Mathis. He can take his punk self somewhere else and go deal with his rainbow fixation. For all his children, rainbow, you know, man, what have you not been doing? Have you noticed at home with Judge Mathis with all of that rainbow stuff that they push? See, Hollywood tried to get me to do the same thing. I said, hell no, you're on your own with that. I'm not doing it, but he did. See, he punked out and joined the gang, and then he says he got out when his mama got sick. So he does his thing, and one of the most embarrassing moments I ever had as a black attorney or as a black man was in front of 5 members of the U.S. Supreme Court and the Second Circuit Court of the Judiciary. They were having a judicial conference. They had invited me, Judge Napolitano, and Judge Mathis to lecture them for 2 hours on television in the courtrooms, because at that point, 20-some years ago, the U.S. Supreme Court and the appellate courts of the United States and other courts were concerned about opening the courts back up again to broadcast media. He declined the show, and he said, "I'm sorry, I'm rehearsing for a gospel play." So I found that embarrassing. You're doing a church gospel play and you miss out on an opportunity to address the Second Circuit Court of Appeals for the United States. I think there are 3 or 4 former members of that circuit that are on the U.S. Supreme Court right now. The Supreme Court itself is part of that circuit for educational and continuing legal educational purpose.
I'm looking at him, y'all. I'm looking at him, and I noticed this about people. I could see it on them. Whenever people have decided that they want to make control their personality, they wear it all over them. And I know it's a byproduct of some like real abuse. Like, I don't know what happened to Judge Joe Brown as a child, but it's given extreme abuse is what it's given. This is giving an old man that he's ornery and angry and miserable and smart and jealous and envious and uptight. And the energy is like clenched, like holding on to something. And I don't know if y'all know what it feels like to clench your muscles for a long time, but when you clench and you tight like this for a long time like that, that shit is exhausting. That shit is exhausting. So yeah, this is very interesting. I'm not gonna let him finish because I don't care, but I do, you obviously have an issue with the fact that Judge Mathis accepts his gay children. That's what it sounds like. And I think it's interesting whenever we have examples of men trying to bully other people into being like them. Like y'all try to bully men into being bad husbands. Y'all try to bully men into being bad fathers by way of telling them that they should be abusive or aggressive towards the people that they love and care about, because that's what's best. It's for you to, be cruel and mean to your children or to your wife. That's what, that's what white people taught y'all. So that's what y'all do. But I want to go from there to, where was it? Here. Okay? Because T.S. Madison said something and y'all was in the comments fighting for y'all life. T.S. Madison said racist white people and homophobic black people are 2 sides of the same coin. This is a hard pill to swallow for some of you because y'all done let white Jesus be your common denominator. It's so unfortunate to see. But to my queer family, it might be hard to cut folks off that say they love you, but notice how easy it is for them to throw you out in the street or blatantly disrespect you without breaking a sweat. Choose you always. Okay. Now, I don't know, what part of the conversation T.S. Madison said this, but I agree. I say this all the time. Y'all know I say it all the time up here that a lot of y'all act like MAGA. And that's why a lot of y'all kind of, there is a conservative, ignorant, homophobic, like, yeah, there's a little area of black people that intersect with white people that feel the same way. And because everybody internalizes racism, you just are pulled over more to their side, because then, you prefer light or whatever the bullshit is, elitism, meritocracy, whatever the thing is that makes you feel closeness to what is acceptable to white people. But no, she's not wrong. She's absolutely right. And look at the way y'all respond in the comments. Tired of this topic. Just because someone doesn't agree or support how you live in does not automatically make them homophobic. I wish y'all would say that word for save that word for those amongst us who really actually hate them, because it's not the same. It is in fact the same. It is in fact the same. The fact that you even think that it's something that you should have to agree or disagree with, that's the part that's not clicking. And that's the shit that white people do. White people do the same thing. They will tell you they are not racist, and then they will go and vote against everybody's self-interest to protect whiteness. It's the same thing that y'all do. Y'all want to protect heterosexuality. That's what heterosexuality is, the default, and everybody needs to fall in line with that. And if they don't, y'all are there to remind them. Black women, Black men, yeah. And I'm so sorry that y'all are tired of this topic. We tired of y'all being homophobic. We're tired of y'all thinking that this is something for you to agree or disagree with. We tired of you even acting as if a person being gay means something so derogatory, something so fucked up. That's why I was going in on Salt from Salt and Pepper. That was the point. The point is you think something is wrong with it to the point that it's something that needs to be defended against. That's the problem. That's the problem. No, they're not. Black people and race have no choice. Gay people have a choice. Go straight. Now, this is one of the dumbest fucking comments made by a nigga that ain't never did nothing in their life before. There's always a nigga, you click on the picture, you could tell they barely got bitches. They ain't got no motion. They ain't got nothing going on, but they got all of the bigotry and all of the audacity. But this is like the lack of critical thinking skills, because racist white people and homophobic Black people are two sides of the same coin. Your response is no, because y'all could choose to not be gay. And since you don't want to change yourself for my comfortability, that's your problem. I'm not like racist white people that hate Black people just for being Black. Black people can't control being Black. But I hate y'all. Y'all can control being gay. And y'all should. You should change yourself so I can feel better. That's what this person just said. You have a choice. Go straight. Everybody in the world needs to change who they're attracted to and what they're into to make other people comfortable. That's basically what y'all are telling us. And we wish we could stop talking about it. Tammy, this probably was a fucking response from Tammy shit. That's, And the reason why I'm going to keep talking about it and I'm going to keep calling homophobic people gay is because people like Tammy exist. Those that will create a hole inside of your child that makes her disgusted with herself, because you are disgusted with yourself and you let that bleed into how you feel about her being gay. But you didn't mind having a girl chomping on your coochie at some point. And that's the shit that is pissing me off. And that's why I'm going to keep calling you hoes gay. When y'all show up in my comments homophobic, I'm going to call you gay. I'm going to say that you're a kitty licker or you want to be a kitty licker. You know why? Do you know why? Because people that are comfortable with their sexuality let other people live their lives and they live their own, and they don't worry about what other people are doing. They don't feel all this angst. And if it's their children, it's their children's decision who they're attracted to. You just love and support your children. That's what you're supposed to do. But I call y'all that because really what be going on is y'all do gay shit, but you don't want to be identified as gay. And I feel like that's hypocritical. And I think that that is like a grotesque hypocritical thing to do. You can be mean. You could be disgusting to gay people. You can treat children terribly. You could sexually assault children so you can make sure that they don't be gay. You could do all of that and then still stick your fingers in another woman's coochie. Let another woman put her head between your legs and lick on you. Yeah. It's early. You could let somebody do that. You could actually engage in that and then turn around and tell everybody else that's doing it honestly that something's wrong with them. And then I've noticed, please don't think I don't know what y'all be doing. Every time y'all come at me sideways about something in my comments and the wording that y'all use makes me feel like that you're a hit dog hollering from something else. Because I said that Mama D, what she did was some sick ass shit. And so now you in my comments talking about I need help. I need help because I think that y'all are bullying Ashley on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. That's a very interesting wordage. 2 paragraphs in my comments. Very interesting wordage. You want me so bad to be wrong about something that doesn't matter because you don't want to admit what you really mad about, because then it would tell us who, in fact, you are. And you are embarrassed, unlike Mama D's puss ass. Let's get to her. Shout out to T.S. Madison.
The people that came for me, well, her son said she was traumatized. Scrappy used the wrong word. Scrappy don't know what traumatized. Ask him to define the difference. I dare you to ask him.
First of all, that's crazy. That man says, I was traumatized. How fucking dare you tell him he doesn't know what traumatized mean? I have to stop being so upset because I recognize that what this is a signifier of in real life when people talk like this is because they don't see their own victimhood. Because Black people don't like to see, especially Black women, you don't like to see how people have hurt you because it's very hurtful. It is very hurtful. But you have to acknowledge so that you can not only have compassion for your children, but so you can have compassion for yourself. And if you don't have compassion and heart for yourself or your children, I don't know what you're doing or why you're doing it. And you should ask yourself, why do I have children? Why? Because somebody told me I should do it? Because when you love them, you should have heart for them. And when they tell you traumatize them, you need to sit with that.
He don't need no definition. Hell, how many of us were traumatized when we got our ass whooped by a belt by our parents? Am I clear? Was you traumatized when they held one arm and swooped your ass with their belt? Shit, I'm traumatized. I'm still traumatized. But hell,
we know. And with that should come some levity.
Guess what? Life moves on. Life goes on.
Yes, life goes on. But just like a truck dragging a dead body behind it, you are still slicing and destroying the skin as it drives down the street, bitch. As life goes on, as the car goes on, you are dragging yourself through fucking glass. When you don't stop the car, look at what you've done to your body and try to fix before you start to move on. And then even if you do just have to move on, the thing about trauma that happens in your head and in your heart and in your body and all of that type of trauma, that shit stays with you. That shit don't just stay in that moment. That shit travels through life with you. Mama D, that's the problem. You don't even see. That's why Scrappy is irresponsible. That's why Scrappy always has women saving him. That's why Scrappy is so angry with women, because he's angry with you. He's still angry with you. That's why he always up there trying to tell y'all what Bam did, and we all know Bam ain't really do shit. But you mad at any woman because it all goes back to Mama D and Mama D's lack of fucking accountability. I swear, you think when people get old enough to not have no fucking teeth in their mouth that they be smarter. You know what I'm saying? You think if you've gone through this much of life, I started out with no teeth. I'm all the way back to the point where I am just like a goddamn toddler. You would think that all kinds of wisdom would have been collected and not just trauma. That's why you gotta acknowledge things, because you're gonna travel with the trauma. The trauma gonna be with you, bitch. Will you have collected the knowledge that you were supposed to gain from the shit you went through? Obviously the fuck not. I'm sorry, y'all. Mama D and the people like her piss me off. Y'all do not care about these motherfucking kids, but then you want to be homophobic. I'm going to drag y'all hoes every fucking time.
And for people that are
And if you feel like I'm talking about you, then I'm talking about you.
trying to be critical, that did not give me 5 cents for my kids, never stayed up at night and took them to the emergency room. How dare you?
What was you going to the emergency room for? And bitch, we don't owe you that. You shouldn't have had kids that you couldn't afford to take care of. Daryl is close to my age. Bitch, they had birth control in the 80s. They had clinics in the 80s. Why did you keep children you couldn't financially take care of, Deborah? Better question. Why didn't you go? You know what I'm saying? Y'all, Deborah could have did so much other shit besides selling coochie inside her house. I respect the bitches that was scamming purses more than I respect that shit.
How dare you?
Listen, exactly. Sell your own pussy outside the household. That could have been a great way.
You say anything about Mama D and my son.
Girl, please. You could get all that condemnation out your motherfucking voice. You could get all that condemnation out your voice. Ain't none of that shit gonna work on me. And I know you probably saw my fucking video. So you might as well be talking to me, bitch. And I'm still gonna say what the fuck I got to say. I know she really talking about Erica Mena, but we'll get to it.
Well, Scrappy said, he was like, I said, Scrappy, what you mean by traumatized? He said, Mom, I just believe you would bring dancers in my I say 15, but you gonna stick with his 14. Into my birthday.
She act like there's a difference between 14 and 15. There's no difference between 14 and 15 except for one number and one grade. They're still a child. They have not, like, there was not much. Sometimes I forget what shit happened my freshman year and what shit happened my sophomore year. If it wasn't for getting kicked out of prep, child, I probably would confuse them 2 years all the fucking time. You just trying to find ways to wiggle your ass out of the accountability of this situation.
Birthday party, yeah, because I teached him how to be a boy.
You teached him? First of all, the fucking word is taught.
A boy. I wanted a boy. Okay? I have a shout out to my LG.
I really feel like, I don't know what you mean. He was already a boy. He was already a boy. He was already, and this is what we be talking about. He was already a fucking boy, bitch.
LGBTQ plus family. My grand.
And you know what? I recognize that people like Mama D, deep down inside, you only respect what you fear. And the only reason y'all say LGBTQ family and all of that is because there are so many gay people in the entertainment industry that if they decide they don't want to work with your fucking ass no more, then you not working and you not making money. And that's only because there are white people involved in the LGBTQ community. Because white people have the power they have, they can transfer it over to the LGBTQ community. And that's the only reason why y'all always saying that shit, because y'all fucking scared. Because you scared, because you pussy. I'm going to use their word. Y'all got to find a better word than pussy. But it's the only one that rolls off the tongue so easily when I'm talking about, these niggas being scary. The people that claim to be so rough, people that claim to be so standing 10 toes down and so integral and so strong and all of that. And really, y'all be weak as fuck.
His son is gay. I love him dearly. But that's his life. And he know he's loved. We support him and we guide him straight. Don't mess with all these young men. You don't know what they got. We do that and we tell them, now go out into the world.
Okay, so if you know ain't nothing wrong with that child being gay, why the fuck do you think that Scrappy needed you to force a sexual situation on him?
So we tell them, we teach them. That's how we do. We don't put them down. So Scrappy said, he was like, I said, Scrappy, what you mean by traumatized? He said, Mom, I just believe you would bring dancers in my I say 15, but you gonna stick with his 14, into my birthday party.
She keep trying to lessen what he was saying. You're trying to lessen how he felt. Even in a moment, you kept interrupting him because you wanted to tell the story, because you knew what he was going to say. And you know how people look at shit like that nowadays. Nowadays, people, because we have the internet and we can see motherfuckers now, and people so stupid, they put some of this shit on the internet because they don't know nothing wrong with it. And people be like, nah, like that's not cool. That's not all right. Sometimes the internet is a fucked up place. And sometimes the internet, it does exactly what you motherfuckers deserve, which is to get your ass spanked by 1,000 people in your fucking comments telling you that you're despicable and disgusting. And your ass not only should have got whipped by one of them adult women that showed up to that party behind their children, but somebody should have called CPS on your raggedy ass. Funky fucking ass. Somebody should have beat your ass and then called police on you. They should have called the police on you. The way Scrappy talk about his upbringing as a child, and something tells me your daughter probably had even more fucked up shit happen to her, but she's not gonna speak about it. But see, Scrappy, I definitely feel I feel like you have done great damage to them children, and you shouldn't have been a mother. And I don't care that I'm not a mother. I don't care how hard it is to be a mother. If you can't not sexually assault your children, don't have kids. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Always talking that shit about, oh, when you have kids, bitch. I guess one of the things that I decided to do because I knew I wasn't ready or wasn't willing, decided not to have any. Birth control. Birth control. I made a conscious decision. I didn't just accidentally not get pregnant. I made a conscious decision not to get pregnant. And it's because I understood what it would take. And I wasn't ready to give all of that. So when we have these conversations where y'all think people don't understand how hard it is to be a parent, no, motherfucker, that's why I'm not a parent. Because I do understand how hard it is, bitch. You underestimated how hard it was going to be to take care of fucking children. Not me. You didn't pay attention to the severity of the situation.
It started with Erica Mena, the bitch that thinks she's better than black girls.
Oh. Listen, girl, you know that's what they gonna do, girl. They need us to stop being mad at them. So they gotta call on us as black women. See, this why none of that shit be working on me no more. Y'all want people to get mad about motherfucking saying nigga. Stop dog whistling to me, bitch. Cause I don't want to be a part of a black community that thinks like you. I don't want to be a part of a black community that thinks that being gay is so detrimental that you would rather traumatize and sexually assault a child in front of people. Like, can you imagine your own mother not seeing your innocence? Like, you didn't even see his innocence as a child. Deborah, I really could go way deeper on you than I'm going. I can go way deeper on you than I'm going, Deborah, because Precious comes to fucking mind.
That called Spice a name and made animal sounds with it. It's the one that led this war against me. I've never said anything about Erica.
Thank you. We can dislike both of you hoes at the same time. We could dislike her and we could dislike you. And we could feel like, Mama D, you just trying to deflect from the fact that we mad at you for what you said. Ain't no defense of what you did.
Even she was friends with my ex-daughter-in-law, Bambi. I never, ever spoke an unkind word. I never got in her safari business. I never said shit. I never said nothing.
No, but you did get a stripper to dance on your 14-year-old kid to make sure that he wasn't gay. And we not talking about it, but I really would like to know. I really, really would like to know, Scrappy, please. I know you be talking on podcasts. You're going, through therapy and shit. I hope it works because you do the same thing Mama D do sometimes. Like, you hold on to things and you have this because it doesn't go my way. It better go my way. You do the same shit that she does, but you're in therapy right now. I would love to hear you talk about what your first time was like. I would love to hear you talk about that because not enough black men talk about how a lot of their experiences, their first sexual experiences was from somebody that was older than them in a way that it's like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck?
But for her to jump at me at my weakest point in my life and try to come for me, that red, blinded, man grabbing, using bitch. I said it. Bitch, you can never, Erica, roll around with me, bitch. Okay? You will run out of fucking air, bitch.
Listen, nigga said, Erica said, poor thing. Let us pray and send this lady well wishes. That was a good response, Erica. That was a really good response. Because the truth of the matter is, Mama D reminds me, okay, y'all ever seen My Funny Valentine? Y'all ever seen My Funny Valentine? If you've ever seen My Funny Valentine, Loretta Devine's character, Mama D reminds me of a Loretta Devine like character, right? Because the truth is, they was a little slow growing up, but it only made their mamas and everybody angry with them. And so they never really get any help, and they grow up and they become adults, but they grew up around hood shit. Loretta Devine's character grew up in a country, a little safer, right? Right? Had our own house. We just, we jarring and preserving. That's all we doing. We preserving and jarring, bitch. We got a garden. We go help out the old people. That's what, the good people that have like, little issues and shit back in the day used to do. Okay. You raise them with some type of love and compassion, and they turn out just all right. Okay. But see, when you don't raise children that have issues with love and compassion, they turn out to be people like Mama D, Chrisean, and the rest of these hoes that we can tell are, yes, developmentally, they are regressed. Everybody thinks it's funny at first that they don't know how to spell. They say words that don't fit the situation. But what they do know how to do is to perform how they think they're supposed to show up. They know how to mimic. They know how to mimic what they've seen. And I feel like Mama D is one of them. Mama D is always mimicking. I don't think Mama D ever shows up as who Deborah might actually be as a person. I think, yes, they mask and they mimic. I think she mask and mimic pimps that she's seen. And whatever, precious mama like bitches that she's been around, because that's what she reminds me of. Like I don't like it, but it absolutely feels like, yeah. Like, you're an elderly slow bitch that nobody should trust around children. That's what it's given to me. I know Bambi, that's the kid's grandmother and all of that. That lady still think like that. I don't know if I would let her around my kids. I don't know if I would let her around my kids. My God, today. She talked a whole lot. She hold on, let me see if there was anything else. Because she talked a whole lot. And I just kind of felt like, you can do all of that grandstanding and acting like somebody's supposed to respect you because you're an elder, shit that you like to do, and using big words and all of this to make yourself feel like you're saying something smart. But essentially, ma'am, no.
The people that came for me, well, her son said she was traumatized. Scrappy used the wrong word. Scrappy don't know what traumatized. Ask him to define the difference. So Scrappy said, he was like, I said, Scrappy.
Right, we saw that one.
Started with Erica Mena,
right.
Bitch. Fucking around with Mama D. You uneducated, unorthodox, pipe weighing, dick sucking, running around.
Bitch, you could barely keep them fucking teeth in your mouth. And maybe if you would have been sucking dick instead of trying to find women who were sucking dick to exploit, your child wouldn't have all of this shit to say about you. Probably would still have something to say about your raggedy ass, because you the type of bitch that bring a nigga in the house that fuck with your kids. That's the type of bitch you are, Mama D. Yes, unorthodox was, again, y'all heard not the right words, okay? Uneducated, bitch. Did you even graduate from the 6th grade? Because you give the type of, the type of bitch that dropped out of school in the 8th grade or some shit.
Bitch. How dare you, when it was you, as I recall.
Right, a pimp making fun of a hoe. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? You promote hoe shit. But you're so male-centered and male-identified that you have conflicting ideals happening in you at the same time. That's because she not real, y'all. She not real.
Erica, that put a ladder, and I will post it, over Safari's gate. Yeah. Climbing, scaling the wall with a nigga because he wouldn't open the door for her. And he had another bitch in there. So what? But you gonna come at Mama D and tell me I'm showing my son prostitutes? Let me tell y'all something.
You did.
I put my son on the football field. I made that nigga bump heads, okay?
Another bad thing. Another bad thing. You put the boy in a sport and you want him to bump heads, and all I can see is niggas' heads in the skeleton, and you know what I'm saying, running into each other in the neck, getting fucked up. Oh, okay, great. Now let's be barbaric with our children and teach them how to fight and how to be physical and how to be barbaric. After we sexually assaulted them, now let's implement the violence. Thank you for that.
So I taught him how to be a boy. So you got some women.
You know why? Because people was probably ignorantly telling her you can't raise a man. So let me go traumatize my son so that he could be a man. Because that's what a man is, right? A traumatized adult male that is just basically going throughout his life out of control of himself, fucking everybody, fighting everybody. Those people end up dead or in jail. And then when he's not paying his bills on time, you talking about Scrappy don't never do what he's supposed to do. Yeah, Deborah, because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. Deborah? Yes, they create sociopaths. And yes, Mama D has always given DL lesbian. It's always given you want to fuck women. In your mind, I don't know what happened to you for the homophobia to be in the back of the brain so big. Okay, it's right up and through here. It's in the right crux of the fucking head is where the homophobia lies. And then it just spreads to the front of the frontal lobe. So it's all up here. So essentially, you attracted to women, you act like a nigga. You basically are like a lesbian as far as I'm concerned, Mama D. You don't really like niggas. And I could tell because of the way you act with women. You over-sexualize women. You always saying weird shit. It's like you always trying to coax your son into fucking a woman. And you do that to him even now that he's an adult. And I feel like that shit is gross. I think it's gross. And I think Erica Mena has traumatized her children in different ways, right? By being unstable, being emotionally, unstable and angry one minute, crying, crazy, depressed, all of that shit. Yeah, that's traumatizing for toddlers. For you to have such an unstable home life in the first years of their lives, yeah, you traumatize your kids. It's out the window. Like, try to fix it. But yeah, you Erica Mena traumatized her kids. Yeah, we got that. Safari dancing ass. Yeah, he traumatized the kids. Yeah. But this is worse, Mama D. I don't know if we're getting it. I don't know if it's clicking. Anything dealing with Daryl and his sexuality has nothing to do with you. And the fact that you are always inserting yourself in his relationships, it gives you either want to fuck the women that he's with like you want to be him, or you want to fuck him. I don't know which one it is, Mama D, but the fact that you are so attached to your son and his romantic relationships, the way that you insert yourself, he complains about it all the time. You are one of the biggest stressors that was on his marriage. It almost feels like you were trying to ruin his marriage, just like you tried to ruin his relationship with Erica. Yeah, everybody comes back around to liking Mama D because she is a Romeo pimp and manipulative. But essentially, every time he was in a relationship, every time, I'm going to leave it just like that. That's how that bitch look. Every time he was in a relationship, here come Mama D causing issues in the people's relationship. Erica, and y'all, everybody forgets because at some point Erica and Bambi have beef, but y'all forget that they have gone through and basically done some of the same things. They love Scrappy and they've had to fight his mama. Y'all forget about that.
Oh, I don't want my son on the football field. Oh, he's gonna get hurt.
Yeah, look at you. Yeah, girl, you're making fun of people that don't want their children to have brain injuries. So I guess it's weak. It's weak in order to not want your sons to get like hurt by playing a very barbaric game that white people put into play so that they can make money off of poor white people and poor black people's bodies. Football is the the new version of gladiators. And I don't know if you've heard, a lot of gladiators were not white, they were black, because gladiators were usually slaves and poor people that were in indentured servitude and were made to fight for the entertainment of rich white people. And they would sit high up in a skybox and watch the people fight and die and shit. That's what football is. And I know a lot of y'all like football and all of that, and y'all want y'all kids to play. That's fine. Do your thing, girl. I'm not judging you. But what I'm saying is, Mama D said up out of her mouth in a way that makes me feel like, so you think it's weak for people to be worried about their children being harmed long term because football has caused long term mental health issues because it does damage to the brain. Not only that, when people play football, y'all, anything can happen. Like torn ACLs, broken spines, broken necks, broken arms, broken legs. And if something like that, thank God nothing like that happened to Scrappy. But if Scrappy would have got hurt in a way that broke a leg or an arm or a neck or something, if he would have been like debilitated for the rest of his life because he got hurt playing football, he would have had you as the mama. And he would have been stuck in the house with you. And I can't imagine what it would have been like to be stuck in a house with you, physically unable to take care of himself and move around if he had gotten hurt. Thank God that's not what happened. But I think you're the type of parent that would abuse, like impatience and, and neglect, abuse a child that needs more help. That's the type of mama that Mama D gives. So, yeah, let me let her finish talking about how she thinks it's weak for y'all not to want to put y'all children in football and have them, getting concussed and shit before their brains are even fully formed. Because y'all are bad parents for that, obviously. Apparently, there aren't other ways to make sure your sons know how to defend themselves and know how to handle themselves physically. Apparently, there are no other ways besides fucking football.
Then when you start wearing a skirt, then you wonder why, bitch.
So you don't let your kids play football. Now they're gay. Even though I'm sure a lot of men get trafficked that play football. I am sure that there are a lot of men that end up having to pull out their dick when they didn't want to in front of people that they don't want to have sex with in the NFL. I'm sure of it. So I don't know what the fuck you think be going on in life, but there are predators everywhere. There are predators everywhere. There are predators in football. There are predators all over the place. The way she thinks is slow as fuck. The way she thinks is dumb as fuck. I don't think people like Mama D should have had kids. I'm just saying. I don't think she should have had kids. I don't think nobody should have gave her kids. They should have never gave that hoe no kids. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because that's how she think. And that's crazy to me. That's wild that that's the way you think. It's 2025 and that's how you think. Wow. All of this new information. Because apparently the only way to make a boy is to abuse him. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like what it means to be a boy and a man is to be abused physically and sexually. That's what it sounds like to me. And y'all wonder why these niggas,
Mr. McCurry, did you have
y'all wonder why these niggas is out here acting the way they do? Unstable. A lot of them, this is why. Because apparently what it means to be a boy is to be abused physically so that you could be tough, and then abused sexually so that you won't be gay. If y'all think that's the way y'all should be parenting children, I don't think you should have any children. Yes, Erica. Hey, girl, I was just in your members only. Yes, in your Patreon. Traumatized into their masculinity.
Have any objections, sir, to the media request? You indicated that you did, that you had an objection, and the court indicated that it's tentative was to grant the request for media coverage. Did you wish to put that on the record or no?
Yes, I mean, I'd like to put it on the record, only because I have other children than my 18-year-old son, which this matter is involving.
Okay, but only as it relates to the media request.
Oh, I just wanted to make sure that my other children weren't in the media if I mentioned their names or if it comes up in if it comes up in the proceedings.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Please do so.
I wanted to call attention to the emergency motion that I filed.
So what ends up happening is men that become hoteps, they often adopt the ideals of white people that live in the woods. You know what I'm saying? White people that live in the woods with guns. They're always mentioning being sovereign and thinking that I can live here and not be involved in this system. They think they can live out of the system and therefore have more rights by doing so. That's what they think. But then they still end up being property of the state.
Based on the fact that the 50th district has completely continued to violate all of my rights. My 4th, my 5th, my 14th Amendment, my right to due process is constantly trampled. And I've figured out why, because under due process clause of the 14th Amendment, personal judgment is void if rendered by the court, which has no jurisdiction over the defendant. That's Penmore versus Neff. 95 US 714 24L ED 565, and Michigan has no jurisdiction. Before we proceed, we need to establish jurisdiction. It's imperative that we establish jurisdiction, Your Honor. Oh, I'd like to also say I'm here in special appearance.
Special appearance for who?
I'm here on special appearance.
Sir, who are you specially appearing for?
I'm specially appearing for Darius McCurry. I'm here pro per special appearance.
And when you say you were here pro per and special appearance, who are you?
I'm an authorized signatory thereof of the estate, the executor of the estate.
Who's the estate?
The McCurry estate.
And your name is?
Darius, I'm the authorized signatory thereof, Darius McCurry.
Mr. McCurry, did you have any objection?
So you're not a special guest of yourself. That's what she was trying to get him to understand. Just say you're representing yourself. That's all you like. Yeah, he's acting as his own attorney in this situation. But the way he worded that, you could tell he don't know what he's saying exactly, and she don't know what he's saying because he's not using the appropriate wordage. But let's read what's going on, okay? Darius McCurry is currently being held in the San Diego jail without bail. According to reports obtained by People, the Family Matters alum 49 was arrested and booked at 7:17 p.m. on Sunday, October 5th, by the United States Border Patrol for an out-of-state felony warrant. He has not yet been sentenced and is not eligible for bail at this time. Online booking information listed as a fugitive arrest, and the San Diego court website shows McCurry is a defendant in an open criminal case. His first court date is set for October 15th. That was yesterday. His rep told TMZ that the warrant was out of Michigan due to a missed court appearance regarding his failure to pay child support. A rep for McCurry did not respond to People's request for comment. Among McCurry's legal troubles was his messy divorce battle with ex-wife Tammy Bronner after their filing in 2017. When they finalized the divorce February 2019, McCurry was ordered to pay $1,366 per month in child support, $916 as a base amount, plus $415 in child care costs, according to documents obtained by People at the time. In their agreement Bronner, a former Harlem Globetrotter, was granted full legal and physical custody of the former couple's then 3-year-old daughter, Zoe. McCrary was ordered to attend alcohol, drug abuse, and batterers intervention classes within 12 months. Because if y'all, let me tell y'all something, if Corinne Stephens don't do nothing, she's gonna be in a relationship with a nigga that's gonna end up behind bars for beating on a woman for DV. Okay. Because if he had to go attend classes for alcohol, drug abuse, and batterers intervention, that means that he's been drunk and high and beating on women. And so was a number of men, but Columbus Short comes to mind off rip. But yes, he was granted professional monitor visitation with Zoe every Sunday from 11 to 5 until he completed 10 visits, when restrictions would continue to lessen. In 2018, people reported that per court documents obtained by the Blast at the time, Bronner alleged that McCrary partially dislocated Zoe's arm. Bronner reportedly told doctors that McCrary was taking his daughter to the bathroom and grabbed her arm. McCrary reportedly denied that account and claimed he grabbed one hand to lift her up and immediately grabbed the other. Zoe was allegedly diagnosed with nursemaid's elbow, a common elbow injury among young children and toddlers that occurs when an elbow is pulled and one of the bones partially dislocates. Young Berg, Lil Wayne, Bow Wow, yep, all those. Okay. So yeah, sounds like he is careless, like I said. Sounds like you're abusive. Yeah. Sovereign citizens are nuts. Yeah. No, I know. They have convinced themselves that they live outside of the system, but when you check in, they're in it. So yeah, y'all. I'm not sure exactly. Let me see if I can find the other story. Because that's basically what we understand, is that he was trying to go to Mexico and he had a warrant. And I'm not sure, because it's like they're not saying what the warrant was actually for. But we just know he has a history of beating on people. He absolutely does, girl. Let me see. It was down here somewhere because I kept passing over it. Child, and look. I guess since we talking about that, Youngberg opens up about his past with Corinne Stephens. And they always, here it goes. Family Matters star Darius McCrary arrested near California border. Want to see. Yeah, basically just he not paying child support. That's what he got arrested. Failure to appear to pay the child support. But yeah, still an abuser, girl. And then, Corinne Stephens apparently has, such an effect on these niggas. Young Berg was singing her praises. Yeah, I think like Young Berg creeps me out. But that's because like I know what it's like to be around men like him. Like they have a very specific like negative energy. They're very unsafe. That's the only word I could think of. But they're mean, they're cruel. But they're very manipulative and very disrespectful. Like no value for people once they decide to not have any value for them. So yeah, I don't want to say evil, but there's a very dark energy around him. And I don't understand why any woman would want to fuck with him, but I don't make music, so I don't know.
Corinne Stephens?
Man, Corinne was like a really good friend.
Man, nigga, you a friendly motherfucker, boy.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I think she might be one of the most accountable women I ever met in my life. Like, she was so evolved. Like, she knew what it was. She knew what was going on. Like,
and what was it?
And like we had a thing. Like we had like a little vibe. Like it was so scary. Like to where like she would be like, she's so crazy. Like, man, Corinne, please don't judge me. Please don't say nothing like this. But these, like, I was a young nigga and like you put me on shit. Like she would be so creative and just so like, bro, like she'd be like, meet me at this bar on North Hollywood at this, that, and third. I'd be like, where? And I ain't had no money or nothing. I wasn't like lit or nothing like that. I was just really revamping my career. And like we'd go somewhere and it'd be like a dive bar to where there ain't no black people in there. Mm. And we'd go in there and we had to drink. Bet.
Yeah, I know about that. You go to white dive bars to fuck people you're ashamed of being seen with.
Drinks, and she'd be like, what you doing? And then she go fuck me in the bathroom or go fuck me in my car. And we'd go home together. Like, she was just like the most like incredible, like fucking, like, she was just like what you would want a woman to be that didn't have that type of history or whatever. Like, if you, like, she was so creative.
So this is where,
you know, where all of the creativity comes from. It comes from the sexual energy. There is a power in sexual energy, right? Like, that's why men want y'all to be virgins, because they want to disempower you. What happened with Corinne was abused a lot. What happens, I believe, is that when you have been abused a lot and you then therefore seek out sex as a way of disassociating and for pleasure and to kind of reclaim power in sex, you become especially interested or obsessed with it. And of course, you know, I've read her book, so I know that she, you know, drinking, drugging, fucking, like, it's a good time. But at the same time, Corinne Steffens at some point doesn't get emotionally attached. At some point kind of learns to enjoy these people for who they are, but still kind of emotionally detached. But she will still give, to me, what I see is that you still are the type of person you are. To me, like, Berg is like gum underneath your shoe, and you decide to go and lay down with him. You can be emotionally detached, but it will always kind of come back to bite you in the ass because they're disrespectful. And when I read, like, for instance, when she was fucking with Ray J, like, she would go and fuck with these guys. And I get it, because I think similarly. I'm not getting, you know, there's a part of me that was always like, I'm not getting emotionally detached. I'm a realist. Like, I've always kind of understood that people may want to fuck other people and all of that type of shit in a span of long-term relationships. I understand that some niggas are for dick and some niggas are for relationships. Like, some niggas are husband material and some niggas are absolutely not. Like, I understand that, right? So you treat people accordingly. I'm always trying to tell y'all that when he's talking about how she is, that's what he's talking about. But in order for you to be that way, you have to be a free woman. You have to be a woman that is not trying to cage yourself for the, you know, validation of these niggas. That's the only way you get to the point of being somebody that's so creative and so free and so fun, but also, you know, not attached. Like, that's how you get those women. But y'all don't want those women. Y'all feel like it's something wrong with those women, and it's so nasty for those women to be the way they are. But Corinne is like the example of how that's capped. Corinne is extremely smart, like to a weird level, like very, very smart, very, very beautiful, not really aging like that. Seems like her personal life is a life that is well lived. That's what she would call her blog, I think, a life well lived or something like that. Connected but unattached. Yes, Erica. And to tell you the truth, I aspire to that type of energy, to embody who you are, to embody your strength and your power and your beauty and your sexual energy and your intelligence, to like embody all of that, right? And to have people that you love and experience them and have them experience you, but do not hold on to them in a way that it starts to like eat away at you, or you become so attached to the person that it becomes about them and not about yourself. There's a level of separation that you have to keep. And because we don't know, like, I think just like as a people, especially, you know, Black people, we don't know how to have boundaries in our relationships. So we don't know how to keep a certain amount of emotional distance between us and the person that we're supposed to be in a romantic relationship with. We emotionally enmesh with them. It's not love, it's codependency. And the reason why I have to say that is because I understand now that there are ways that you choose to love people, right? But you have to still keep some for yourself. You have to keep some for yourself. You cannot fall into love. There's a reason why they say fall in love. You cannot fall into love like that. That's not smart. That's how you get emotionally enmeshed, and you turn around one day and you've now allowed somebody to suck from you until you no longer feel like your powerful, beautiful, sexy self. Like, it happens to people all the time, specifically women. It happens to us all the time. And that's because nobody really teaches you how to love, but not love in a way of pouring your entire being into the other person. And I say this all the time because we come from slavery. Because we come from slavery, every relationship is a byproduct of how there are no boundaries in that dynamic. No boundaries means no autonomy. No autonomy means that the woman does not get to grow and become the thing that the man is so obsessed with. All of this shame and guilt surrounded by sex is a problem.
I put people on game to understand this about the relationship, whether male or female. Everybody wants to be put on something new. And that's not me saying somebody want to be bought something new. So a relationship is all about experiences. The relationship that exposes or experience, like you have the most experience with, is like those are the ones like, yo, boom, because like your eyes just like
blew my mind. And I still think she's a great person. I think that she had like some of the most intellectual conversations with me. She was more seasoned than me. She had a lot.
Could you take a girl like that serious though?
No.
Why? And what does take seriously mean? What does it mean for you to take a woman seriously? Does it mean for you to what? Emotionally enmesh in her? Because the truth of the matter is, whatever good girl you think is worthy of you really trusting, you're still going to disrespect and mistreat her. And see, that's what I think is really about. You don't want to love women that you can't control. It takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of strength to love a woman that you can't control. And I think a lot of men are weak in that way. They have to be able to control the woman in order to love her. So they, you know, I'm doing quotation marks because I don't think that's love, essentially.
Because I'm a drinks and she'd be like, what you doing? And then she go fuck me in the bathroom. Judgmental man. It's the same way that you would say, like, because you date a stripper or somebody, like, ain't no way that a nigga could go see your hole inside of your pussy for $2 or interest fee and I'll fuck with you.
But you did fuck with her. You did fuck with her. Like, he's saying that $2 entrance fee. First of all, nobody was fucking Corinne for $2. Let's be very clear. We're talking specifically about Corinne. You just talked about all of the value that that woman had in her energy and decided to demean her. And the truth of the matter is, you fucked her because of all of the niggas that she fucked. That's another thing. Not only did you still fuck with her, you fucked her because of the niggas that she's fucked with. Niggas like y'all always fuck with these women because y'all have an admiration for the men that they fucked with. Women are like, literally women are, especially to musicians, are considered muses. Because sex is more than just sex. It is a tool, right? These niggas will go and find these women that are basically fucking wood nymphs. Like if you watch Charmed, these are wood nymphs, okay? These women are free. These women are not supposed to be caged. These women have chaotic energy, but they are creative and they're fun and they're passionate and all of the things. They're not supposed to be contained. Just like niggas with good dick. You know, y'all know what I mean? Like the homosexuals and shit. They're not supposed to be for one person, okay? It's supposed to be for themselves and people are supposed to be able to experience them. But either way, I feel like it's crazy to me, like that mentality that you will put yourself on a pedestal so that you could judge a woman who you did have sex with, who you did lay down with, who you did know her history. And right now you're talking about how she's so amazing, but then you say you could never really fuck with her because she let all these niggas see all her body inside her coochie for $2. Like, y'all mentality is so fucked up. That's why I don't like that, because obviously that shows that that's not congruent. If you still have if you could find all of this value, all of this immense value in this woman, that you jumping out of your fucking seat because it was so great and exciting to be with her, but then you still decide to demean her, even though you enjoy her energy to that extent, that type of conflict within a person is very fucked up. And that's what I be talking about, the shame and the guilt. The shame and the guilt. And then how does that work? How does that work? You then turn around and go get with a woman that you perceive as pure or cleaner, and then you dirty her up and fuck over her. You still go cheat on her. You talk to her bad. You disrespect her. What difference does it make? See, the difference is Corinne wasn't going to stick around for you to do all of that to her. Corinne wasn't, the women that are like Corinne, y'all can't treat those women the way y'all want to. And that's what I feel like it's really about. It's not about the fact that, oh, so many men have seen these women. Buku niggas fuck Corinne and you still, you're a ladder, millennial that she fucked with. If we talking about Corinne from late 90s into the 2000s, by the time Young Bird comes into play, what is that? 06, 07, 08, 09, 2010? Yeah, nigga, you're a ladder nigga. She done fucked all of the niggas that you grew up loving. All of the niggas you want to be like, they fucked her. And so you know that means that woman has value of all of those niggas that fuck with her. And you got to see what it's like. You got to see what the energy is like. You heard what Wayne said about her. You got to go see. And then you go see. And it's fun. And it's fantastic. And her energy is so everything. And you're feeding off of it. But then you have to remember that all of these niggas that you care about more than yourself and more than whatever connection you may have with a woman, you have to make sure that those niggas are comfortable with whatever you're doing. So if they decide to, clown you, then, oh my God. And to me, I feel like that's actually some weak ass shit. I think it's weak for a grown man to be like, yeah, I don't like this woman because my friends don't want me to like her, even though secretly they would absolutely want to be with her themselves. But yeah, I think that's weird. I think that's weird that men are like that. And that they don't see how disgusting they themselves are, right? Like, you looking at Corinne like she's so nasty. And I'm just like, nigga, everybody seeing your dick too. It's on the internet. What are you talking about?
Judgmental man.
And look, so incredible he didn't wife her up, though, as if being wifed up means that you're going to be respected by a disrespectful man. As if being wifed up by Young Berg is going to mean something besides allowing a famous nigga to disrespect you for Louis Vuitton bags and shit. And he'll empty the bag out in the street to embarrass you if you make him too upset. If you complain too much about how he's hurting your feelings. Girl, let's move on. Pray for the people. Let's get into the Onika of it all, shall we? Well, the Cardi and Onika of it all. Where for art thou, Nicki Minaj? Where for art thou, Nicki Minaj? Let's do this one.
Black and brown moms are 3 times most likely to die from pregnancy causes more than white moms. That's 3 times. And if you don't believe me, you can look it up. Every mother deserves to have a healthy and safe delivery. Black and brown.
Now, I wonder if you decided to do this before or after you told us how working your ass off while you were pregnant was ideal because your grandmama did it in the 70s.
Delivery. Every mother deserves to have a doctor that cares about you and your baby. Not just, oh, well, we delivered it, whether it's safe or not. Say, delivery. Next caller.
Dial in to leave a message for your reps. Okay. Listen, we love a girl that'll do some shit. Okay. So while Cardi B is out here, you know what I'm saying, still trying to do shit, girl, listen, I might talk my shit on the internet, but I'm still going to advocate. I don't know when Nicki ever advocated for anything, but, because, we like to compare.
That's to use these fucking fake Stan Twitter shit in the name of black women when Bobby's trying to do something very, very special and very important. Yeah, are some fucking little ass kids and some grown ass men for y'all to use these fucking fake Stan Twitter shit in the name of black women when Bobby's trying to do something with pink fucking thongs. This ain't no Stan war shit. And guess what? I'm a big part of this shit. Stop being a fucking baguette for real and do your fucking research and shut the fuck up. And what's mine is in with pink fucking thongs. Gonna be taken from me. Nothing. Y'all not stopping no bags over here. The bags are gonna keep on coming. I mean, y'all been trying to cancel me since 2019. Y'all have to understand I'm very, very, very blessed. These new Republicans, they're gonna be taken from me. Republicans, these new people that are in charge. Republicans, these new people that are in charge. Republicans, black and brown moms are 3.
Why would they cut the clip off on that part and not let her finish the statement? That's weird. Let me tell you something, bitch. You better not have peed nowhere. I better not have find no fucking pee, Olivia. Y'all, she didn't keep pissing by my stairs lately. I don't know what this is. But anyway, y'all, back to this. So y'all know that Nicki Minaj was calling for, calling for people to be firing Cardi B and shit. And she was responding because I guess people, the Barbs or whoever else that can't stand Cardi
For y'all too.
was trying to get her fired off of this Bobby situation, this ad that she's doing. I think it's a good collab. I think it's smart. Meanwhile, across town, Nicki is dealing with people stealing from her Amex card and dealing with apparently her attorney not telling her about the assault case in which she got sued by a security guard for her husband punching him and breaking his jaw. And so she had a $500,000 fee that she needed to pay them people. She didn't show up to court. She hasn't responded. So the man is basically asking that her house be sold so that he can get his money. Okay. Nicki says, I have evidence that this was given to a business manager who never told me. My lawyers and business managers, old and new, are aware. Let's see if they'll speak up or if I'll have to call them out by name. Girl, what? Why can't you just call them? Why you can't call, girl? Let me finish. I'm sorry. The same business manager stole from me many times. Then he was accused of killing a woman and leaving her in a hotel room. Not sure of the outcome of the case, though. I believe they later said she died of a drug overdose after he left the hotel room around 3 a.m. or something like that. Thomas Wittenmuller sued Nicki Minaj and her husband. So, yeah, I guess she's saying her business manager. I didn't know that's how that worked. If somebody's trying to serve you, I didn't know that they can serve your business manager. Nicki Minaj and husband Kenneth Petty have been ordered to pay $500,000 to a security guard over an alleged backstage beating that left the man with a broken jaw. The LA judge ruled Friday that security staffer Thomas Wildenmeyer sued the Barbie World rapper and her husband 2 years ago, alleging Petty ambushed him from behind and sucker punched him in the face as retribution. So she's trying to act like she didn't know anything about this, but the shit has been on the blogs. So you know about Cardi's fucking hospital records. You know about everything that's going on with Desiree and her daughter, but you don't know what's going on with your own shit. Do y'all see how that don't make no sense? That's the security guard. Then, because everybody was saying, oh, people using her Amex, and there's so many of y'all that was coming out. It wasn't her husband. It was this one. It was that one. It wasn't her husband. Y'all was wrong, but y'all just hate the queen. Oh my God. Like, it's a lot of y'all that I go and look at y'all profiles when y'all say stuff like that, and I just be like, you're a grown woman? You're trolling me. Oh, you're trolling. Once I realized that a lot of you hoes be trolling, acting like y'all fans of Nicki Minaj, then I was just like, oh, okay. I just gotta laugh at y'all. I got it now. Thank you. DeAndre Tristan has reportedly taken legal action against the woman from YouTube. The woman from YouTube. Are they talking about Tasha? I don't know. Y'all tell me. That woman from YouTube, after she allegedly claimed he stole from Nicki Minaj and made false criminal accusations about him on social media. According to a letter from Tristan's attorney, that YouTube lady posted multiple false statements accusing him of theft and past fraud allegations his legal team says are unequivocally false. The document says her remarks led to harassment, threats, and serious reputational damage. The letter demands a public apology and full retraction within 48 hours or face legal consequences. He said, these are the tweets made on the YouTube. Oh, yeah, I see wine glasses. He's definitely talking about Tasha. Nicki Minaj filed a police report against DeAndre Tristan, the stylist, last week for stealing money. Other names are expected to drop soon. We'll keep you updated. Okay. Nicki Minaj stylist was allegedly convicted of credit card fraud back in 2010. He allegedly changed his name. Apparently, Nicki isn't the first or the last victim. Calling all celebrities, hide your purse. Stay tuned. I'm waiting on confirmation concerning a doctor that was allegedly stealing from her as well. The defamatory statements regarding Tristan Child. He wrote this shit up with ChatGPT quick. She says a couple of them have been doing it for years. Filed the first report a couple of weeks ago. They're all going to jail. One of the credit card thieves also has been tracking my moves with a tracking device that led right to his own cell phone number. You can't make this shit up. Laughing my fucking ass off. Won't God do it? Yes, he will. Stealing $4,000, $7,000, $5,000, $8,000. My God, today. Let's see what they're saying in the comments. Y'all in these comments thinking it's Nikki's husband or Tasha lying. Request the police report. Anybody can. Why he not suing the person who made the police report or told this to Tasha? Y'all want Nikki to be the bad guy and have some talk and have something to talk about. Y'all can't comprehend anything. Okay. She has 3 posts. Andrea has 3 posts, but she says that we can't comprehend and we want Nikki to be the bad guy. And I'm like, I don't know how us saying that that nigga is probably at fault in some way is making Nikki the bad guy. I don't know, because I feel like Nikki is the one that's saying she got stole from. So if we saying it's the husband, I don't know how that means that Nikki is the bad guy. I don't know. I guess because you trying to protect your husband and saying that everybody's stealing from you but him. Yeah, Ain't nobody stole Nikki money but that husband of hers that keeps her high and sedated, child. They just repeating what Cardi said. It's always black women in the comments hating on Nikki. Oh, look, a person that has Nicki Minaj as their whole page. I truly don't believe y'all have anything better to do, so carry on. I mean, I don't know about having anything better to do, but I know my Instagram page is about me. You can say what you want to. It's about me. Okay? It's me, bitch. It's me up there in the picture. It's my name up there. It's me. Okay? It's me, oh Lord. Standing in need of prayer. Okay? I don't even understand how y'all be like grown ass people and y'all make social media pages that are basically geared towards other grown ass adults. It's weird. Good for him, because they trying to make him the scapegoat. She know exactly who's stealing from her. Ooh. Now, when the police reports show up against him, then what? I'm standing with the Queen 2000. Whatever and whoever is doing this is wrong, and you will reap what you sow. Nikki is a good woman. Trent and Tammy, Mr. and Mrs. Arthur. So these are grown adult married people. They got 6 followers, but they standing with the Queen. Let's see. Kenneth Petty had the most easiest lick ever. He found an old desperate coke addict woman who wanted hood credit so bad, and he said, "Yep, I found my sugar mama." Well, that's a perspective. Tasha K getting turned every way with you loose. So he sued Tasha for lying, but not asking the person you styled to address the false allegations, right? Y'all keep bringing up police report. Literally anybody can file a police report. You have to actually go to the court, determine guilt or innocence unless the state attorney. Yeah, Brad, we know, love. We know that just because somebody files a police report, that doesn't mean that it's necessarily true. But what often happens is that when people come out and say anything, y'all will be like, why y'all didn't go to the police, as a way to invalidate what they're saying. So now everybody will throw out there that a police report was done so that you could know that there was a police report. Somebody did go to the police, because y'all will often act like, oh, you're not really serious about it. Because if you was, you would have went to the police instead of just trying to, money grab and all of that shit. So people start saying, no, there's a police report to add validity to their claim. That's why the police report thing is being named, to add validity to the claim. Now, I don't know what's going on, because I'm not in this lady's pocketbook. I don't know who's stealing from her. But I do know, I don't think healthy people make decisions and say the shit that Nikki has said and done. I don't think healthy people do that. I don't feel you can trust any nigga that walks around in medium tracksuits all the time and can't go on any school campus because he's on the sex offenders registry list. I don't trust any nigga like that. So if you tell me he did some shit, I'm more inclined to believe it than not, simply because you've already been to jail for manslaughter and rape. So I don't know how much more, assault, whatever. I don't know, how much more fucked up shit you can do, but stealing is way down here. So if you did all of that other shit, I definitely think you'll steal from somebody. I definitely think that. Child, this look like Cash App. That she, like, I know she posting these numbers, but this should look like Cash App. I don't know. Oh, girl. It's just sad out here right now. I just think it's sad out here for all our stars, man. A lot of our stars. Speaking of our stars, girl, Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry, girl. Tyler Perry continues to deny the serious assault claims from former Oval actor Derek Dixon. Earlier this month, the media tycoon filed court documents alleging that Dixon's $260 million sexual assault lawsuit is profoundly disappointing, cynical, and most of all, false. Why is it cynical? Perry's legal team argues that Dixon has invented alleged assaults and encounters that never happened, but what about the text messages? Were the text messages fabricated? Because if the text messages weren't fabricated, you and your lawyer lying. You and your lawyer lying. Because the text messages I saw, you were absolutely trying to bait this man into some type of flirtation, some type of, and I don't know about everybody. I could read words. I don't know what everybody, I can critically think and I can read words and understand what the words meant. And once I read what the text messages say, I can then determine what I think is going on. And I'm sorry, but the way Tyler Perry was asking that man how he looked in a picture and how, wanting that man, trying to coax compliments out of him. Anytime somebody trying to coax compliments out of somebody, you're a fucking weirdo. You're a fucking weirdo. You were texting that man trying to, trying to get compliments out of him. That's I don't know how you can say that that's fabricated, but if you could prove that the texts are fabricated, I'll take it all back. But you also have a history. Yes, there, exactly. Christian Key, like I don't know what y'all want us to do about this, but we can't be believing things are complete and utter falsehoods when you have a pattern of people saying this shit about you. But he said it's a lie. It's a farce, greed, and avarice, not non-existent harassment or abuse. Child, let me go look up this word avarice. I don't know if I've ever seen that word before, bitch. Okay, hold up. I don't know all the words. Let me see. What does that mean? I want y'all to give me the pronunciation. Avarice. Okay, thank you. Avarice. Extreme greed for wealth or material gain. Oh, listen, that's very flowery language for a lawyer. Once again, anytime a lawyer is using like flowery or like just extra language, I automatically go to, you're putting 20 on 10, you're probably lying. I don't know. I don't know. That's why, like, that's the conclusion I come to a lot of the times. But if the attorney is doing too fucking much with the language whenever he's defending the client, I don't know why, but it automatically puts in my mind, you feel like you need to over complicate the language so that you can sound smart. And if you're smart, then you must be right. But that's not how I'm seeing it. I feel like you're doing too much, and that must mean that you did what them people said you did. That's just how I think. Okay. So I don't know, but that's just my thoughts. Okay. They assert that Dixon is exploiting his friendship and professional relationship with Mr. Perry to obtain a big payday. Perry's attorneys also contend that Dixon brought the case in the wrong jurisdiction. While Dixon filed the lawsuit in California, Perry's attorneys argue it belongs in Georgia, where the production took place. The case, which originated in Los Angeles County Superior Court, was previously transferred to a federal court in California. Now, see, I believe what normally happens in situations when it comes to shit like this is that southern states have more lax laws. California might hem your ass up. You know what I'm saying? And I think, whenever somebody is trying something in California, they're either trying to get more child support or they trying to take advantage of the fact that California is more progressive in its laws, right? And when it comes to people taking advantage of other people, California, they got a history for that, girl. They know about it. His lawsuit recounts moments of alleged sexual assault from Perry in a fear of losing his job for turning his boss down. So now Tyler Perry is addressing and saying that it's all lies after all this time, child. He's saying it's all lies. That's fine. It could possibly be. You know who else said it was all lies? Remy Ma. We talked about Gloria Velez yesterday. Remy Ma said people will really make up a whole lie with you in it and tell the story with a straight face. I'm looking for great storytellers that can use some money. Submissions are open. Remy Network, because y'all know Remy got a new Oh, it's her now deleted Instagram story. Oh, she deleted it. Oh, okay. Or did it just go away? Who knows? Anyway, it feels like she's using this as a way to promote. I don't know. Like, I don't know, Gloria. She could be lying on Remy. She could absolutely be lying on Remy. It would not change my mind about how I see her. Okay. But yeah, it could be a lie, girl. We could not believe it. It can all be lies. But Remy, the way you like went to jail because didn't you shoot somebody? Yeah, I mean, the story of you bullying this woman is not far fetched, considering the fact that you know, and you constantly showing your blicky to her. Like, yeah, you eventually shot somebody and went to jail for it. So it doesn't seem that far fetched. It could be a lie, but once again, pattern of behavior, girl. Pattern of behavior. Let's go here. I want to hear what Prince had to say, y'all.
To be honest with you, all the people I've dealt with are from other cities. Mariah Lynn, Bridget Kelly, Erica Dixon.
Wait. Erica who?
Dixon. Erica was what?
Who is Erica Dixon?
You know who Erica Dixon is?
That's Scrappy baby mama. Wait, I was just trying to clarify.
Don't mention Scrappy. The nigga might come out of nowhere and beat you up, put the paws on you.
You got Scrappy baby mama.
Me and Erica had a little relationship, you know what I'm saying? That was my little baby at one point. I thought that's why Scrappy didn't fuck with me, because he knew that me and her had been hanging out and you know, like kicking it. I went to Atlanta one time, stayed with her at the crib. Oh, yeah, that was she was fire. She's an amazing woman. She was amazing. I have nothing but respect for her. She's an amazing woman. So we're not gonna say her name again, because honestly, man, that shit. No, we gotta say her name. You know, we know. Okay. Talk, yeah, we go. All right, so but this whole nigga straight, and I'm knocking them down like pins at the bowling alley. All right, to be honest with you,
I still don't believe you, but okay. Because even saying knocking them down like pins at a bowling alley, it gives lame. It gives I'm trying to prove that I'm straight. Have y'all ever seen the movie Easy A? Have y'all ever seen Easy A? It's one of my favorite movies. So the movie is basically about a girl that pretends to be a whore so that she can be popular. And how it starts is that there's a gay guy who she's friends with that's being bullied. So she pretends to have sex with him for him, right? To make him no longer get bullied. And the way he was talking, like when they were pretending to have sex at this party, like that's what he just sounded like. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to knock you down. Oh, yeah. Is that what it's supposed to look like? Oh, wait. It looks great. Oh, my God. It's kind of scary. It's so wet. Ew. I mean, not ew. Oh, my God.
all the people I've dealt with are from other cities. Mariah Lynn, Bridget Kelly.
Mariah, let me tell y'all something. There is no classier whore than Bridget Kelly. Y'all, that's no disrespect to Bridget Kelly. I don't want her to be mad at me because I support whores, okay? Okay, I support everybody right to do whatever the fuck they want to do with their coochie. But Bridget Kelly is one of them. Y'all be so surprised whenever y'all find out how many like random people she's had relationships with, but she's always one of them people mentioned. Like the fact that she's being named in the same sentence with Mariah Lynn, I hope that says a lot. It's not even about everybody being from Love and Hip Hop. It's just like Mariah Lynn gives that she sells coochie, right? Like, can we just be, admit it? Like, that's why we know that, just because you white, it doesn't mean you're always going to be able to like fully take advantage of the privilege that it, means to be white. Because essentially, but Erica Dixon is in the comments, y'all. Okay. But I just thought that was funny because like Bridget Kelly. Somebody always talking about fucking Bridget Kelly. Bridget Kelly must have bomb coochie, bruh. Bridget Kelly must have bomb coochie. Because when I tell you, these niggas love bringing her name up, it's crazy. Hold up. Who else he said?
Erica Dixon.
Wait.
Listen, grown men sitting around gossiping is beyond me. Start by telling, well, yeah, girl, this is what grown men do. Your baby daddy be on a podcast gossiping all the time. Why you acting like you don't know that men gossip? I hate when y'all like, y'all give into stereotypes that men like, you know what I mean? Like men have always talked. Men have always been sitting under a tree talking shit. She said, start by telling how I met you through the gay homeboy. Yikes. No relationship, no situationship, nothing sexual ever. We were just cool. You're clearly still battling with your sexuality, and that's not my issue. Leave me the fuck alone and keep my name out y'all mouths, especially you, chaotic. You don't want these problems. I don't bother nobody, but y'all stay coming for me. Find something safe to do expeditiously. Listen, I ain't mad because ain't nothing worse than a gay nigga saying he fucked you. And you like, no. Because that looks like some, God rest his soul. But a nigga did that to me one time. That's why I be telling y'all that niggas, like a lot of these things coincide, right? Like when I was growing up, there was a kid that lived around the corner from me, and he eventually was gay. He eventually, became like I want to say trans but he eventually, when it got the filler in his cheeks and shit, he passed. So God rest his soul, okay? But when we were growing up, he lied and told people that he had sex with me when we were like 12 or 13 or something. But he lied and told dudes in the neighborhood that he had sex with me. And it was probably because they were bullying him about being gay. Before he got to the point of recognizing that he was gay, he was obsessed with me. And he would sit in the window at his house and wait for my parents' car to drive by his house. And then he would call me. Yeah, we were very that's why I be like, I don't know why y'all act like kids don't be going through some of these same very adult things in their little relationships, because they do. But yeah, we were very young and he was obsessed with me. That was like one of the first examples of me feeling what it felt like for people to be interested in me or attracted to me, and not be attracted to them, and what that meant and how I was supposed to deal with that relationship when the person doesn't like me. But I don't like the person, but I feel like if I am to show them that I don't like them, like I feel fear of that. I feel fear of saying that I don't like you like that. I did not like him like that. I felt forced. I felt like I had to be his girlfriend because he was my friend and I was his friend, and he wanted everybody to think that I was his girlfriend. So there was a level of me feeling forced even at a young age. And I can remember my dad saying, tell him to stop doing that, because my dad peeped it. It wasn't until my dad said it to me that I recognized that he had been calling me every day at the same time, because he was watching because his house was right by the stop sign before we would turn to go into the neighborhood. So he would see when I was going home, and he would call. As soon as he thought that I had walked through the door, the phone would ring. As soon as we walked into the door, my dad said, tell him, stop doing that. So that guy, that little boy, eventually grew up to become gay. That's why I'm saying, you have to pay attention to sometimes these, like the way y'all raise boys is just, because I almost feel like he felt like because he felt forced to show up as straight, he needed to force that there was a relationship with me. And he felt that it was safer for him to betray me and embarrass me because I was a girl and I was his friend. And he wanted to be accepted by the other boys in the neighborhood. Listen, don't love on my dad too much. The reason why he recognized it is because it was some shit that he would do. Oh yeah. Recently found out how this nigga used to sit outside my mom's job, but sit a street over behind the lady that lived across the street. He would sit behind her house, and there was like a alleyway that you could see from that street to my mom's shop front door. He would sit there. My mama said the lady called one day, and because, my mom's in an abusive relationship, that's what she used to. She don't see no problem with it until we talk about it, of course, later after the nigga dead. And now we realize that's some crazy shit for you to be sitting down the street watching the shop. Yeah. Don't think too highly of the nigga, okay? I love him. Please don't get me wrong. Don't play with him. But don't think too highly of the nigga. He was recognizing it because it was something that he would do. So yeah, I'm very much with Erica on this. And if Erica says she didn't sleep with him, I believe her. And like I said, even the way he said it, I'm knocking him down like bowling pins. Which straight man says that? That sounds like something a gay man would say to make straight men think that he's straight. Yeah, y'all. I've been experiencing that type of shit since I was a child. So like, girl, I know what these niggas be on. Stop playing with me. All right. Okay, hold up. What else? I talked about LeBron. Let's go back to LeBron. So, LeBron James recently opened up about his deep commitment to his wife, Savannah, during an episode of the Everybody's Crazy podcast. He expressed that he never wants to be alone again and would do whatever it takes, fight, crawl, scratch, or bite to protect and maintain his marriage. That sounds terrible. That sounds terrible, y'all. And I do know that men have to have like a certain amount of I want my wife. They have to have a certain amount of that in order to not act like complete and utter dickheads when it comes to their wives and marriage. Because everybody around you is setting you up to devalue your marriage, to devalue your wife. The women that want to fuck you and the men that want to be you, they all want you to be a lesser version of yourself for them, right? And y'all know how I feel about LeBron. I think LeBron is a follower. Anybody that supports Tory Lanez and Drake for the most part, I know you don't think you're a follower, but you're probably a fucking follower. And so, you know, and I'm just saying for him, because like he's actually hanging out with these people, not just listening to their music on a streaming service. He's actually hanging out with these people. He's actually making like statements because he's LeBron James. So if LeBron James plays Tory Lanez music while Tory Lanez is going through a trial for shooting Megan Thee Stallion, it is a way of showing support without actually showing support. So when LeBron James did that, then his affection for Drake and them being so close and hanging out and all of that shit, that tells me the mindset that you put on a pedestal is the mindset of men like them. And you don't live that life. So when you don't live that life, but you hanging out with men like them, that's because you want to live their life. But you know that it's probably more advantageous for you to be a husband and a father. You make more money. You can make better business deals. Like you are more trusted, which will carry you a lot longer in your career if you are a family man. So you know that that's best for you and your career, but at the same time, internally, you want to be like these free, reckless ass fuck niggas. You do. You do. And so when you tell me that you don't ever want to be alone again, that makes me scared. That makes me scared. Because I get it on the grand scheme of things, but I'm a realist. And so what I do understand is that even in being married, people are gonna die. People are gonna die. And I think men, a lot of the times, they enjoy the fact that they get to die first. So they don't have to deal with what it means to be by themselves and mourning a spouse. But yeah, like I don't like how that feels for you to say shit like that. Like I get it, yeah. But I don't, like that sounds scary to me. That sounds scary to me. You ain't leaving me, bitch. Like that, I'm sorry, y'all. That's scary. You hear me, bitch? If you don't make it, I kill you. He explained that growing up as an only child in a single parent household taught him the value of companionship and family. That background made him determined to hold on tightly to the people he loves. LeBron ended his reflection by saying the only time he expects to be alone again is when I'm gone, emphasizing how much his marriage and family mean to him. I know that's what y'all got from it, but to me, that sounds like an inability for a man to be alone. Sounds like a deep rooted insecurity. And it sounds like you're going to base your personhood, your comfortability on how much access and how much control and power you have over your family. That's what that sounds like to me. Okay? In my head, you saying that I never want to be alone again. I think people should more so have the understanding that I might be. I don't want to be, but I might be. And if I am alone, it's okay. I'll be all right because I'm my own whole human being self, right? I don't know, but when men say shit like that, it absolutely gives like it's a message to the wife that bitch, you hear me? If you don't make it, I kill you. I ain't leaving. I ain't going. No, you trying to leave me like all them other suckers I done made famous, huh? You trying to leave me. Whenever, like I'm telling you, that fear, that's what that translates to me, right? I don't ever want to be alone, which means you better not ever leave me. Which means if I am suffocating you, if I am not treating you well in this marriage, bitch, you still can't leave me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know them people personally, but when I hear shit like that, that's where my mind goes to. And based on the socialization of Black men that play sports, it would more so be about control and not about love. It would more so be about insecurity and emotional codependency than it would be about loving my family and knowing the true value of what it is to have family and a wife. Like, language matters. And the things, yes, abandonment issues, yes. And when people have abandonment issues and they attach that to their family dynamic, it is suffocating for the people that are in the family with them. Because the people that are in the family with them, wife and kids, feel like everything that they do has to be thought through the lens of how he's going to feel. And it was the same thing with Tammy. The way Tammy talks about her relationship with her daughter, like, y'all, the more we're talking about that situation, the sadder I get, because I just know that Jazz is building these holes inside of herself where she's going to question who she is. She's going to be disgusted by herself. She's going to go through so many unnecessary patterns of thought in her mind because of her mom's disgust with herself. And if we really want to keep it a buck about it, Tammy's weight is attached to the control, to the sickness in her head about her body. That disgust that she has about her body, that is what I feel she has, that disgust towards her daughter being with a woman. And now her daughter, who is gay, is still living a life of being gay, but she's also very much like internalizing how her mom feels about her gayness. So the way Tammy feels about her body and her weight, I think that's the way Jazz is going to start to feel about her identity and her sexuality. I could be wrong, but it's just how I feel the more that we talk about it. Let me see what y'all saying. Bondy, watch the interview, that Bobby Lights part. Oh, I gotta watch the whole interview because he talks about Bobby Lights. Because you know everybody thought that him and Bobby Lights was fucking. That's what everybody thought. Charlie seemed like they might have been fucking. Listen, don't play on Bobby. Bobby is a catch. I'm gonna have to go look at the whole thing later, y'all. Unless Chaotic posted some more clips. Let me see if Chaotic posted some more clips about it. So Chaotic really wants to be somebody. If you wanna be somebody, if you wanna go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention. Somebody, if you wanna go somewhere. Don't just meet up with other influencers and act a fool. But that sounds fun. That's what I plan to do in December. I'm hoping me and Dominique Morgan can link up and have a drink, child, because I feel like it's gonna be a key and a key. Okay, she coming down here for the Brandy Monica concert. I might, you know what? I'm gonna ask her, like, girl, what? Because I think it might be more than what day. What girl? You going to the concert? I might have to come to the concert with you. I might have to come to the concert too, girl. I love me some Brandy and Monica, but like lately, Monica been singing a little weird, so I don't know about, but I want to, I'm gonna see if I can get some tickets for that. Anyway, or if somebody can get me some tickets for that. Young Miami said somebody ran off with her song. She even played the track for the same woman, but before it got snatched. Girl, who snatched your record? Who snatched your record, Young Miami? What? What? Who stole the record? Well, we'll keep our eye on this. Who stole the record after you played it for? What girl? This girl really ran off with my song. Girl, who? Tyler? Is it, y'all say it's Tyler? Tyler ran off with her song? My God, today. Let me tell y'all something. I think a lot of times people don't like people and they don't know why they don't like them, but there's a reason. Because we don't know Tyler personally, but I swear for God, the more I know about her, the more I don't like her. And I don't even know the lady. Y'all, let's get into white people news. Okay, yes. In white people's news, Britney Spears is reacting to her ex-husband, Kevin Federline's new interview ahead of the release of his memoir, You Thought You Knew, which releases on October 21st. Promoting the new book, Federline sat down with Entertainment Tonight's Kevin Frazier and spoke about his journey, marriage, and divorce from Spears, co-parenting, and more. I'ma just say that Kevin Federline ain't nothing but a fucking gold digger and a user. Okay, that's all he is, a gold digger and a goddamn user. And I think that I think he raised them boys to disrespect their mamas. I do. I mean, to disrespect the mama. I think he did, based on what I've seen online. Yeah, Britney Spears might have her issues and all of that, and that's because people always like using and exploiting the little crazy white girl. Y'all abuse the shit out of Britney, and then she becomes an adult dancing in her living room, and y'all be trying to judge that lady. But ultimately, those teenage boys don't need to be talking to her no any kind of way. Okay. But like her not being there for her kids as much, I don't know if I necessarily feel like that's her fault, since y'all had her under conservatorship for most of their childhood. She's been under conservatorship. And this nigga has had custody, and he wanted custody so that he would be able to get a check off of her. So yeah, I'm not rushed to believe most of the shit that Kevin Federline is saying. But girl, I remember when he used to be somebody that a lot of the black girls wanted to fuck. Federline talked about Spears' controversial conservatorship, her father, Jamie Spears, and Free Britney movement, and how he still fears for his ex. He fears something bad will happen to her and says it's time to sound the alarm. He wishes she would get help for the sake of their two sons. Both grew up largely in Federline's custody. Spears spent 13 years in a conservatorship under her father's thumb. In November 2021, a judge terminated the arrangement. Additionally, in his new interview, Federline alleges that Spears is an absentee mother, while also alleging that she's shown erratic behavior around their two boys. In an excerpt from his book, he even alleges that Spears sometimes used to watch their son sleep with a knife in her hand. Since Federline's new interview and ahead of his new memoir, Spears is now slamming her gaslighting ex-husband. Okay. She said the constant gaslighting from ex-husband is extremely hurtful and exhausting. I have always pleaded and screamed to have a life with my boys. Relationships with teenage boys is complex. I have felt demoralized by this situation and have always asked and almost begged for them to be a part of my life. Sadly, they have always witnessed the lack of respect shown by own father for me. I'm guessing by her own father for her. They need to take responsibility for themselves. With one son only seeing me for 45 minutes in the past 5 years, and the other with only 4 visits in the past 5 years, I have pride too. From now on, I will let them know when I am available. Trust me, those white lies in that book, they are going straight to the bank, and I am the only one who genuinely gets hurt here. I will always love them, and if you really know me, you won't pay attention to the tabloids of my mental health and drinking. I'm actually a pretty intelligent woman who has been trying to live a sacred and private life for the past 5 years. I speak on this because I have had enough, and any real woman would do the same. Child. If I could give you the world on a silver platter, would it even matter? You still be mad at me. If I can find in all this a dozen roses, which I would give to you, you still be miserable. In reality, I'm gonna be who I be, and I don't feel no fault for all the lies that you bought. You can try as you may, break me down, but I say that it ain't up to you. Go on and do what you do. Hate on me, hater, now or later, 'cause I'm gonna do me. You'll be mad, baby. Go ahead and hate on me, hater. I'm not afraid of what I got, I pay for. You can hate on me. That's all I could think about. If I gave you peaches out of my own garden and I baked you a peach pie, would you slap me? Wonder if I gave you diamonds out of my own womb, would you feel the love in that or ask why not the moon? If I gave you sanity for the whole of humanity, gave you all the solutions for the pain and pollution, no matter what I give, no matter how I live, despite the things I give, you'll always be this way. So go ahead and hate. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't got the tingles right then. Shout out to Jill Scott for that one, because that's what this feel like to me. That's what that feel like to me, girl. My God. On when? Today. All right, y'all. I do think that that's all I pretty much have for y'all today. But please, like, just give me a second to check and make sure. Girl. But that's what they basically did to that girl. Like, she been, y'all been making money and living off that girl since y'all fucked with her, since y'all met her. And then every chance you get, you're talking about it even worse. And I remember how them boys was talking about that girl, and because they put video out. They had put some clips out. Mm-mm. Oh, okay, hold up. One more thing, and then we're gonna get out of here. Just one more thing. Because I got my lash appointment for 3. I'm working out at 5:45, bitch. I got shit to do. I got places to go. Hopefully my new glasses come today. All right. So, not celebrity, but here we go.
Are you gonna hit me or something?
What the fuck I'ma hit you for, Samaya? I don't got no beef with you. Your beef is with me.
That's not what this feel like right here. Hold up, bitch. Like, listen, yikes. Don't scream at me, bitch. Don't scream at me.
I don't even talk to you. What are you talking about?
I called you to make sure that you had a ride to work. I don't have to give a damn about you getting to work, Samaya.
No, you didn't. You told me that I had to pay you to get to work.
I said, do you have some money? Because I don't have none. And then I said, Bug, I got $10. But what I'm trying to tell you for next time is that you can't depend on me to pay my money and my gas to get you to and from work. That's not my responsibility. You can't get mad because I'm telling you you gotta buy your own food. You're an adult. That's not my responsibility.
So you're not my mom no more because
Bug, I'm here to help you. I'm not here to put your goddamn bill.
What have you helped me with? You haven't taught me how to drive. You haven't given me no money to put towards school. You have not done nothing else.
When do you brush your teeth?
Okay, so what?
I've been washing your goddamn
Okay, so as soon as I
clothes.
graduate, I'm supposed to do
I've been taking care of you. I didn't tell you you had to leave.
Yes, you did.
I tell you
Yes,
had
you
to leave.
did.
You said I hate it here. I hate you. I want to hurry up and move out of here.
But then you
I
said
didn't
I had
come in this
30
way,
days.
Bug. Pack your shit and get the fuck out.
Yes, you did.
I
You
never
literally
told you
did.
that.
Yes, you did.
No.
You can go to the messages. Yes, you did. You told me that 2 weeks ago that I had 30 days to
You told me
leave.
that you was gonna go anyway, Bug. Well,
Okay.
you're supposed to be going
I
to
was
work.
planning not to
You didn't
leave.
take your ass to work. Why? Because you got fired. That's how I know you didn't
Because
even
of
go to
you.
work. No, because of you, Bug.
You
Because
were the
all
one
I
that
said
was
was,
gonna take
Bug.
me.
Bug, how much money you make? How much money do you make?
Not $2,000. I barely
Listen
make $1,000 a month.
You make $1,000 a month.
Barely.
You told me you make $2,000 a month.
Barely.
But it doesn't even matter, Bug. All I asked for was $50 to $100 out of there. That would still left you with.
A week.
No, I said when you get paid.
Every
50
week.
to 100. I didn't know when you got paid. That's why I asked you. Either way, you would have still had a bulk of money left, Bug. All I said was help me.
So
you're causing me to have to pay gas.
So I know I ain't got no kids and shit, right? But I don't want to talk to them. I really don't want to have these types of conversations. I think essentially, if you can't afford gas in your own car as a grown ass woman, something is wrong with you. Let's start there. Like I know, look, and I want to say something wrong with you because I feel like buku black women lost their jobs. This could have been one of them women that lost her job. So that's not like, but just because somebody is 18 doesn't mean that they need to be responsible all of a sudden in that way. Right? I'm not completely disagreeing with the mom, but I'm also I'm listening to the way she's talking to her. And it's something about the way y'all scream at these kids, like the way you are using your voice. It sounds like all of the stress and angst that you have in your life, you are screaming it out at the child. at the 18-year-old. Okay, because that's not a like a, you're grown, but you ain't grown. You know what I mean? And so, especially to your mama that's standing over you like she want to hit you, this energy doesn't feel good to me. And I feel like teenagers can be very hurtful, but I also feel like parents have to remember, like, you're the adult. And I know y'all don't like that. Y'all don't like for people to tell you, like, yes, kids and teenagers are very hard to deal with. They could be very disrespectful, but you have to find better ways to handle it. Because if not, it comes off like, you hate your kids and you've probably been abusing them. Like, why are you talking to her like this? And it didn't even have to be all of this screaming and howling and all of this shit. That's another thing. Y'all really have an aversion to all of that screaming and howling. And I'm somebody that used to do that all the time. I'm little, and you got to use your voice to be heard and all of that. But it's too much fucking yelling for me. It's a very simple conversation. Look, I'm struggling right now. You need to go, to work and all of that. I don't have any gas money. Do you think you could like start giving me a little bit of money, especially if you want to use the car? The way they arguing about how the money was supposed to be given, I don't know why, but I kind of agree with the daughter that, like, I think you lying. I think you told her you wanted $100 out of her check every time she got paid, which would mean she would be giving you what, $200-$300, depending on, the month, $300 a month out of a check for an 18-year-old. I don't know. I feel like a better thing, and this is just me, y'all. A better thing would probably be to like give her one of the bills. Like whatever the cheapest bill is, the gas bill, the water bill. I don't know. They live in an apartment, so I don't know if they pay that or not, because sometimes it comes with the rent. But like I would give you a bill to pay. And to me, it would be from the standpoint of trying to teach you responsibility and what you're gonna have to deal with once you're out in the world. But not so that I can, be taking money from you like you're not young and still trying to get your shit together. Because in my mind, as a parent, you should have your shit together to a certain extent, as to not need $100 to $50 to $100 from your kid every month, or for every 2 weeks. Like you shouldn't actually need that money. But if you want to do that in order to teach them responsibility, that's another thing. But I don't think that's being communicated in this way. There's a lot of angst and a lot of anger. And y'all may not want to hear this, but a lot of y'all mamas, it does come off like y'all have some type of resentment towards y'all daughters. It feels like y'all have resentment towards these kids, especially when they're growing up and they're becoming like, the young, beautiful version that of themselves that reminds you of you before you decided to make dumb decisions or before fucked up things happen to you, girl. I don't know, but it does feel like sometimes y'all be angry at the younger version of yourself and you take it out on your kids. Because the way she looking at her and the way the way, like, I want to call her a little girl because she looked like a little girl. Like she's standing there, you could tell she's been crying. The mama is standing there in this very intimidating stance, and then you go continue to scream and holler at the little girl like a fucking maniac. And to me, it gives you are out of control of yourself. And so that means that I don't know if you actually taught that child how to emotionally regulate herself, because it looks like you don't know how to emotionally regulate yourself. Because the way I would have just kind of, if I'm that mad, I would have went and calmed down first. Like, let me go smoke a joint and I'm going to come back and talk to you after I calm the fuck down. Because you didn't just make me mad. So let me go calm the fuck down and then we can have a conversation. Because I don't want to talk to you like that. I don't want to keep screaming. I don't want to, like I use my vocals for a living, girl. I don't want to do all of that. I don't want to raise my pressure. I don't want to do all of that. So when I hear the way she's screaming, the way it's coming out of her throat, y'all, that's more. To me, whatever you are mad about, it is more than just this. And I could understand a parent feeling like, bitch, after everything I done did for your little raggedy ass, and I asked you for that little bit of money and you got it and you won't give it to me. I could definitely understand that, but it's something about the way that they're dealing with each other that make me feel like that's not 100% the situation. Let's see. My friend Yanni in the comments, she said this happened to me, but my mama wanted $500 a month. Girl, I'm barely making that. If that's what my mama needed, that's what she get. And my baby is the same way. Baby, it's nothing to help your mom. I charge my 12-year-old son who make money now. So 18 gonna be crazy. It's responsibility. We teach our children culturally that bills are punishment. I'm not trying to be this person, but I just want to know, before her daughter had a job, how was the mother getting the $50 to $100 to contribute to the household? Why, when the child got a job, the mom now needs $50 to $100? I'm for real. Queen Sheba said, I wouldn't ask. Yeah, I come from the school of thought, like my parents, like I help my mom now. My mom is in her 60s. I'm an adult. I'm happy to be able to help my mom. But when I was younger, it was very much and also I don't help my mom. Like I pay a bill, but I don't like help my mom. But my mama needs something, I'm gonna give it to her if I got it. Like, But it's not, I don't want it to be made to seem like, oh, I'm just giving my mama money every month. No, it's for a bill. Okay. But anyway, I just feel like my mama used to always say, that's your money. That's your money. I don't want your money like that. You work and you save your money. And I come from, the line of parenting that if they did take money from you, they would put it in an account as a savings. And when it was time for you to move out, they would give you that money back. That's the type of shit that I saw. But also, like, my daddy was more so of, do what you got to do. They knew how to be disciplined and how to raise children. My dad was good at being disciplined himself, because a part of being a parent is you having to discipline yourself so that you can discipline your children, right? Because you have to be disciplined enough to not always buy shit. You have to be disciplined enough to help them manage their money. You have to be disciplined enough to show them through your own action how to take care of themselves, how to run a household. That's not done by talking. That's done by being disciplined and living a certain way yourself. Your child only sees the example you show them. Right? So $50 to $100 is not a lot of money. And I see a lot of people like, oh, just give your mama the money. Just give your mama the money. And it's not that I disagree, but the way I'm paying attention to the way the emotions are happening, not just about the money, the emotions. I'm looking at the little girl and I'm looking at the mama. And I don't think this is really I just don't want to help my mama type of situation. That's not what it seemed like. When you actually listen to what she said, sound like the mama was asking for something that was actually like, a lot. And now you're trying to change it to make it seem as if the girl, is just refusing to help you with that little bit of money when you was asking for more than that before. But now that I'm recording you, now all of a sudden, I wasn't even asking you for that much. Like, okay, girl. Okay. Milan said only 50 to 100 and she 18 and she mad. Mama put her grown ass out so she can see how much she gonna have to spend then. And that's what I'm saying. Grown ass. If the girl is saying, I can't even give you money, that's not, I'm grown. That's, I don't have no fucking money like that. And y'all know, like, it ain't like it was when we was younger. Like when we were coming out of college, it wasn't as much like consumerism. Consumerism has gotten increasingly worse since social media took place. So the way people buy shit now, like you buy shit way more than we used to buy shit when I was younger. Like you wasn't buying clothes online as much as you buying clothes online now. I spent $600 on Shein so fast, it's terrible. This one thing about Black culture and families that I have always hated as a parent. How have you been doing things in the home? You wait till they finally have a piece of an income enough to barely buy hygiene and personal things to ask for bill money. I've never seen this in any other race as much as ours. Generational poverty is what this leads to. No chance to even save a damn dime. And that's another thing. About this conversation. This behavior is disgusting. I never have to yell and curse at my son. He does everything he's supposed to do. No, real shit. And a lot of y'all act like, they don't listen. Bitch, you never tried to not scream at them children every time you want to say something to them. Okay? Like y'all be abusing them children. And then when they become teenagers, they ignore you. They troll you. They try to get their little rebellion out in some type of way because you've been punking them this whole time. Fucking kids tired of y'all. Okay? Shit. I was tired of being punked by the time I turned 16, talking to me crazy all the time, trying to embarrass me and shit just because I'm your kid. You can just keep playing on my top and shit because I'm your kid. I used to pay $50 rent in my parents' house. As a matter of fact, I'm about to see if the offer's still on the table. You wouldn't help your mama out? See, that's what I'm saying. This video ain't even long enough for y'all to assume that that's what the issue is. Not wanting to give your mother $100 a month when you're working, living in her house, and asking for rides to work is insane. I want to listen to it again.
Are you gonna hit me or something?
What the fuck I'm gonna hit you for, Samaya?
And see, that's some gaslighting ass shit. That's some gaslighting retarded ass shit. You literally standing over me, looking at me like you want to hit me. I know you're angry with me because you're screaming at me. And I ask you, wait, do you want to hit me? And you say, why the fuck would I want to hear you? And you scream it in such a way that, bitch, all of us feel like we got hit with your voice in our fucking ears.
I don't got no beef with you. Your beef is with me.
I don't even talk to you. What are you talking about?
That little girl crying. That's another thing.
I called you to make sure that you had a ride to work. I have to give a damn about you getting to work, Samaya.
No, you didn't. You told me that I had to pay you to get to work.
I said, do you have some money? Because I don't have none. And then I said, Bug, I got $10. But what I'm trying to tell you for next time is that you can't depend on me to pay my money and my gas to get you to and from work. That's not my responsibility.
And listen. Calm down, first of all. I get it. What she's saying right here is not my responsibility. You don't have to yell. You don't have to yell. You don't have to fight. All you got to do is just not take her to work. That's all you have to do. The next time you be like, do you have any gas money? You don't have no gas money. Okay, well, I guess you need to figure out how you're going to get there. Because I need my car and a little bit of gas that I do have to go do what I have to do later on. And I don't have enough. So if you can't give me a little bit of gas money, then you need to figure out another way. That's it. I think a lot of times y'all be wanting to argue and scream and holler about shit instead of just moving accordingly. And to me, I feel like it's because you want the opportunity to verbally abuse these children. Like you want to be able to scream and get all your anger out on somebody that has to forgive you because you their mama.
You can't get mad because I'm telling you, you got to buy your own food. You're an adult. That's not my responsibility.
So you're not my mom no more?
So now it's not just gas. Now she has to buy her own food. Right? We heard that, right? Not just gas. Now she got to buy her own food. Okay.
Bug, I'm here to help you. I'm not here to put your...
She said, I graduated something days ago.
What have you helped me with? You haven't taught me how to drive. You haven't given me no money to put to school. You have not done nothing else.
She said, you ain't done nothing else. You didn't help me you didn't teach me how to drive. You didn't help me with school. I just graduated.
Okay, so what?
I've been taking care of you. I didn't tell you.
You're supposed to take care of her. She's your child.
Yes, you did.
You said I hate it here. I hate you. I want to hurry up and move out of here. Pack your shit and get
I hate that she's screaming so loud because I can't even really hear what the little girl is saying.
the fuck out.
Yes, you did.
I never told you that.
Yes, you
And see, I don't like this. To me, I'm hearing this conversation. The mama continues to say shit that sound like it's a lie. She said, yes, you did. Yes, you did. The mama's lying. It sounds like the mama's lying to me.
You did.
No.
We can go to the messages. Yes, you did.
We can go to the messages. Yes, you did.
You told me that 2 weeks ago that I had 30 days to
You told me
leave.
that you was gonna go anyway, bud. Well, you were supposed to be going
I
to
was
work.
running up
You
to
didn't take
leave.
your ass to work. Why? Because you got fired. That's how I know you didn't even
So if she got fired, why are we fighting about gas money to a job that girl?
go to work. No, because
She said, I got fired because of you.
of you, bud. Because all I said was, look, how much money you make? How much money do you make?
Not $2,000. I barely make $1,000 a month.
You make.
And see, this is why our government failed when they allowed for car companies and car insurance companies to lobby against public transportation. Because if we had public transportation, this wouldn't even be a conversation. And yes, we do have public transportation, but y'all, the American public transportation system is trash. If you go to other countries, you'll see that the public transportation system here is trash. I live in New Orleans, so I know how terrible it is to wait 30 minutes for a fucking bus. Okay? Now, when I went to New York, every 7 minutes, the fucking bus is coming. Every 7 minutes, the bus is coming in New York. So certain places have better transportation, but I don't know where they live. They might live somewhere where, you know, it's only a Family Dollar and a Family General. And, you know, places that's only got a Walmart, Family Dollar, or Family General don't have good transportation systems. You either got a truck or you got to walk, or you got to ask somebody to come and pick your ass up. You know, like in Baton Rouge and all, like you ain't got no good transportation system and all of that. So look how issues that happen on the you know, the corporations decide that they want to force Americans to buy cars, and so they decide to lobby against public transportation. Now these impoverished Black people are in the household fighting and arguing over gas money for a car because y'all want to make sure that they drive cars and don't have public transportation. Just an aspect of the situation. But Pete,
$1,000 a month.
Barely.
You told me you make $2,000 a month.
Barely.
But it doesn't even matter, bub. All I asked for was $50 to $100 out of that. That was still left you with.
A week.
No.
She said a week. A week.
I said when you get paid.
Every week. She said I get paid every week. So that means if she getting paid every week, that means she getting paid a little bit on that check. So if she making barely $1,000 a month, what you make? Like 2 something, almost 3 a check. And then you add like, so I'm just saying, so like when you're young, if you're only getting that one $200 check, and now she asking you for $50 to $100 when you only have $200 or $300, because you haven't had time to build up money from these paychecks. So all you have is the money that you probably just got paid. And now you asking me for $50 to $100. Then you want me to buy my own food.
I didn't know.
No dad, I suspect. And if there is a dad, he probably don't have no money. Because a lot of people know their dad and they can go talk to him, but they can't ask him for no fucking money because he ain't got no money.
When you got paid, that's why I asked you.
People are living in poverty because we live in a capitalist society.
Either way, you would have still had a bulk of money left, Buck. All I said was help me.
She said a bulk of money left. That would be if she was getting like, you know, actual big checks. You thinking about it like at the end of the month, but she's thinking about it like I'm only getting $200 in the check, and you want $50 to $100 from the check that I get every time I get it. So that means you want almost half of every check that I get. That's what that sound like to me.
You're causing me to have to pay gas.
Yeah, sound like she getting about $200 a check, getting paid every, you know what I'm saying, every week, and you want her to give you half of her check every time she get it. Yeah, she's probably never gonna really be able to save any money. Yeah, and this is why I feel like people should get abortions. I feel like people should not be rushing to have children, and honestly, unless you can provide some financial stability for children, you should not be trying to have children or get pregnant. But I know that's not a conversation that a lot of y'all want to have, because a lot of y'all don't think about that. Y'all don't care about that. You know, you think, oh, we'll work it all out. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. Let me read y'all comments. Punching down much. That's what it seemed like to me. It sounds like she doesn't know net and gross yet, and the mom is frustrated because of that. 18 isn't grown. Mom is wrong as fuck. It's not her responsibility to keep you afloat. The fact that she wanted her to pay for groceries is crazy. That's what I'm saying. We're not just talking, y'all. You know, I know everybody's like, oh, she's not helping. But the more you actually listen to the conversation, this is not about, you know, to me, it's not my responsibility. Yes, it is. I know you don't want to hear that. She is 18, but it's still your responsibility to take care of yourself in a way that can help your daughter. So really, you should be able to put gas in your own car, ma'am. You should be able to put gas in your own car. You should be able to put food in your refrigerator. And your daughter should also be given a little piece of a responsibility in the household to teach her what it means to actually take care of a household. And in all honesty, instead of screaming and hollering at her, I would have set the daughter down and showed her. Matter of fact, print out, get a motherfucking printout of each bill you got to pay and lay that shit on the table and show her how much this costs, how much this costs, how much this costs. Then show her your paycheck. Show her how much you're making. Because a lot of times y'all are impatient and you don't want to sit down and explain things to kids because you just want them to do what you want them to do because you're impatient. But if you were to actually sit down and show her how much you're spending in the household and how from what she's making at the end, like once she done got to the end of the month, right before we get to the first of the next month, shoot me a little bit of money to help me out on these bills or pay this one bill a month. And that'll just be your responsibility. I think there are ways, half the paycheck needs to go towards the house. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I think y'all think as if, okay, the person is 18, so they're no longer a child, so now they should have to pay to live here. But no, they're here because you had them. They're here, they're 18, but they're here because you fucked somebody and had a kid. It's not their responsibility to now take care of you before they can actually take care of themselves. Half of each check is too much to me. It's not even giving her opportunity to save her money. Sounds like you're having children just so that you can add them, just like people did back in the day. Like that's what people did. They had children so that they could work on a farm. They had children so that they could help build more towards the income in the household. But the way y'all set it up in y'all minds is that y'all feel like, oh, I had you. I did all this for you. And I just want you to understand that's what you were supposed to do because you decided to get fucked and have a child. Right? And you decided to take care of that child. 18 does not mean grown. I think y'all, and honestly, I think if a kid has a job, you should be preparing them for bills way before 18. Way before 18. Because what y'all do is y'all just switch up one day and then expect the kids to know what the fuck to do, even though you haven't really shown them. You haven't given them the time. You haven't, because like as soon as they get into high school, say they get like a little summer job. I remember my first thing was like when I had my first job, I wanted my own cell phone. So I went and bought my own cell phone. I bought my first Nokia cell phone down to the AT&T kiosk in the mall at the plaza, bitch. Okay. With my own money that I earned while I worked during the summer. So I paid my own. And back then, y'all know how we had to pay as you go. So I kept the cell phone. Okay. Paying as I went. All right. I was taught responsibility by, honestly, I was taught responsibility from a very young age. I was cleaning up. I was doing shit. I was helping my mom in her shop. My mom would show me how much money she made. She would show me her appointment book. Like, you're supposed to be showing kids how to actually live. And I wish my dad would have shown me more about how he handled investments and how he handled shit like that, because I've had to learn that stuff on my own. And I'm not that good at it now because he didn't sit down and teach me about that. Just I knew he had investments. So I knew that was something to do. And when he died, we had money from investments. So I know I have to invest and I have to have a certain amount of money going to investment and retirement and shit, because I do something that one day I might get hurt and I don't want to be fucked up out here. So I know I have to be responsible because of what they were already doing, but there should have been more in teaching me how to handle certain things. But I was always taught to save, pay yourself first. I don't always do it. Okay, I got to get better about it, but the nigga did teach it to me, right? So when your parents are taking care of the bills, they don't require that of you. But I do feel like if you want to teach them an exercise in responsibility, Give them the smallest bill. Give them the gas or the water bill to teach them that every month, you're going to have to pay this. But that dependency on a child to help you, I don't like that. I don't like that because I still feel like give them an opportunity to learn how to take care of themselves in an environment that is not about survival. Right? So if they don't have to fear for survival, you can help them figure out how to do these things, especially with girls. Boys, niggas will take advantage of anything you do. Okay. But I mean, that's only because I'm thinking about boys that have had people doing shit for them throughout their childhood. Oh, yeah, boy, I'm gonna do it for him. I'm gonna do it for him. So when they get to become adults, they always looking for somebody to do some shit for them. But if you teach them from very early on that they have a responsibility in their surroundings, their bathroom, you have a responsibility. I'm not gonna do this for you. I hear Diva talk about it all the time. Erica De Niro in the comments. If y'all not following my girl, y'all need to be followed and subscribe to her. Okay. The way she talks about parenting her kids, I always love to hear. I always love to hear how she has been a supportive parent, but also taught them how to take care of themselves to the point that, Erica, when you talk about, you give them like, what it is, like 2 passes for you to bring them somewhere and they have to figure it out for themselves. They cook for themselves. Now they cooking you food and shit. You know what I'm saying? Giving them that responsibility when they are young so that it is not new to them when they make 18 and it's not this, okay, I was holding you a second ago and now I just dropped your ass on the floor. No, I've been relinquishing control this entire time. I've been preparing you this entire time. So by the time you get to 18, it ain't no big, transition because when you were 16, you had a job and you was paying a bill. So yeah, I love when I love when I hear you talk about your sons and how you raise them. And, even, the way you talk about raising them, how to deal with girls and young women, whoever those young men decide to be in relationships with later on in their life will be so blessed because those boys had you for a mother. Okay. So I just, if ain't nobody told you, girl, and I know them boys probably tell you, but if ain't nobody ever told you, girl, all right, you are kicking ass as the mother of 2 boys. Okay. You go, girl. I love it. Especially with all you've been through and having ain't shit ass niggas as daddies and all of that. You know what I'm saying? To be able to teach your sons to love themselves, take care of themselves, value themselves, and not fall, and they still young, but I feel like they gonna be all right. They're not gonna be like these niggas out here. They're not gonna be like these niggas out here acting like bums and looking for women to do everything for them. You know what I'm saying? So you go, girl. All right. Y'all watch Erica. Learn something from this. Okay. Yeah. Fingers crossed, girl. But you know what else I love that you always say? If they ever fuck up or do something, you're not going to be there making excuses for them. And that was like the thing that my dad taught me. My dad, it was one thing he would always say that would get the point across. If you didn't do it, I will sell this house. I will sell everything I own in order to get you out if you didn't do it. I will fight until I die for you if you didn't do it. But if you did it, you are on your own. That type of messaging to a child as they're growing up teaches them that their decisions will fall on them. I understood from an early age that any mistake I made out in life was going to be on me and not on anybody else. Even though my parents were a safety net for me, if I were to, like, say, for instance, get pregnant or something like that, I already knew that was going to be my ass. Yeah, I was going to get help, but that was going to be my ass. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many of y'all, and I see it in the comments and shit. Oh, I'm defending mine no matter what. I'm going up for mine no matter what. Yeah. That's why the world is full of people that have no fucking moral compass because nobody is there to say that's fucked up. And I'm not about to champion that bullshit that you just did just then. No, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. For instance, Scrappy. We talk about Mama D. Scrappy. Like the main reason why Scrappy is not accountable, the main reason why Scrappy is having a hard time taking care of himself as a grown-ass man. He had all his money running through his hands and he don't have nothing to really show for it. The reason why is because he had a mom that was always there to do everything for him and to make all of these, excuses for him. Because she made excuses for herself. If you don't have to be accountable, if you don't have to be responsible, you then teach your children not to be accountable and not to be responsible. So they make decisions with the understanding, I don't have to be accountable. I don't have to be responsible. That's what my mama taught me. That's what my daddy taught me. My daddy taught me that you could have a kid and just leave them with an abusive mama because she the mama and I'm the man and I don't really have to, I can come and pick him up a couple of times and stuff like that, but I don't have to be the main parent. Because to me, when you really think about it, the enabling parent can sometimes be the worst because they're pervasive. You had a better life. You was a pastor. You had more stability, and yet you let Deborah raise your son. Listen, I asked my youngest son if he thinks he was raised right, and he said yes, because I'm a good kid. Yes. And you talked about the way, he loves animals and, the way he cares for other children and stuff like that. Yes. Yes. Teaching them to lead and think with their empathy, with their heart and their mind, and not their dick or their insecurities. Trying to fit in with lame ass niggas. Because you could be a grown ass man like LeBron James and have the prestigious fortitude of a fucking teenage boy scared he's going to get jumped by the football team if he doesn't act like an asshole. And that's crazy that you could be that big and strong. But that just goes to show y'all are not teaching these children the right things. But as long as they can make a lot of money in their adulthood, then it doesn't matter that you didn't teach him to stand on his own 2 feet. Because to me, in some way, you being a fan of Drake means like, you're a follower. I don't care what anybody's talking about. And I'm talking about LeBron, y'all, not regular people, but specifically LeBron. Okay. California Cutie, what's up, boo? Thank you for the super chat. Just sending hugs. Happy Thursday. The only Chelsea, thank you for the super chat. Cam and Jazzy make me uncomfortable. They make us all uncomfortable because they're conservative propaganda geared towards Black people. And now that we're starting to see all of the propaganda, we can now acknowledge it and call it for what it is and express why we don't like it, because we know what it's meant to do. It's meant to create an illusion that their relationship is something that should be considered desirable, when we know the truth of the matter is, no. If your booty hole hurts, it's not good. Yours truly, thank you for the super chat. I can only imagine what Scrappy's sister went through with a mom like that. No, for real. And we never really see her. And something tells me it's because she probably didn't learn how to protect her peace, and that's probably staying away from them. Thank you for another super chat, the only Chelsea. Side note, Bondi, can you do it now that we're grown about my funny Valentine? Girl, I might have to. Ooh. Movie me and my mama used to sit down and watch all the time. Thank you, Christopher Henderson, for becoming a member, love. Okay, y'all know I'll probably give y'all Love and Hip Hop Atlanta tomorrow, during the day, members only, because girl, they stress me out. So I haven't really wanted to sit down and watch the whole episode, but I saw a clip, so I'm gonna watch it. It seemed like they had a come to Jesus moment and everybody, stop acting like assholes for a minute. But anyway, I love you guys. Thank y'all so much for coming through. Okay, shout out to all of the good parents out there. If you are doing your best to not bring the bullshit of the past in with you, if you are trying to improve upon the model that you experienced in your life, when it comes to being a parent, shout out to y'all. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all for being good parents, because when you are a good parent and you make good kids, then those kids grow up and become adults that the rest of us don't have to be in fear of. So thank you. We appreciate your contribution to our society by creating children that won't be assholes. Thank you so very, very much. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day.